Hello. Hello. It's a miracle we're here. It's a miracle we're here today. I've just got to explain. We've had a monumental computer meltdown this morning. So anything could happen today. Please bear with us. Also, my hay fever. Is your hay fever bad? Oh, my hay fever is so bad. I've had 3 days off thinking, oh, I can't wait. I've got nothing booked in, apart from a car service and the gym and everything. Nothing booked in. Hay fever. Hay fever was so bad. And before we go any further, happy birthday, Davinia. It's Davinia's birthday today, everyone. Davinia from Milton Keynes, if you're watching. She will be watching. Happy birthday to you. Now, isn't this lovely? I'm going to be telling you all about this in a second, but I want to say, welcome, Second Quarter. We've got a lovely day lined up for you today. Let's have, now apparently there's a new menu. I've not seen this before. Let's have a look at the menu coming up today. 8 o'clock. Mini masterpiece. Now, that's with Jayne, who's our new guest today, so be nice to her. It's her first day. 9 o'clock, Lucy Brennan's back. Hexi, they haven't put much in this menu, have they? Hexi Masterclass with Lucy. 10 o'clock, Monochrome bed runner. Oh, now, Jayne's made a monochrome bed runner. We've done bundles so you can do it in different colours. And then at 11 o'clock, Woven Links Jewel Runner. Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Anyway, we're very interactive. We want you to get in touch with us. If you've got any cures for hay fever, that would be good. If you've got any messages for Jayne when you meet her in a second, get them through to us. The best way to do it is by web chat, which the best way to do that, or the only way to do that, is go to our website, www.secondquarter.com. There it is. You click on Watch Today's Show. And then what you do is you scroll down. Oh, Paul's logged in today, look. Message the studio. And you can write your message there. Now, keep that short because the amount of characters in there, we haven't got many. But if you want to send a longer message or send photos, you can send it to studio@sewingquarter.com. Studio@sewingquarter.com. While we're on that website, just scroll down the page. You see where it says products from today's show. That will all disappear in a minute. And then everything that we've got on offer, today, as we show it to you, will come up there. It's like a shopping list, really. So you can just click on it and pop it in your basket. Then if you carry on to the top of the page, where you'll have just seen me standing, talking. Oh, I am still there. See where it says add to your basket? You just click on there. Not that now. No, don't add what's there now. When we do a live auction, what we're doing is what we're selling at that time will appear in that little box there. Click on it, pop it in your basket, and then go up to your basket. Oh, you already got something in your basket, Paul? What have you got in your basket? What you do is you go up to the basket, and it won't be here for Monday, and then you have a look at what you got in your basket. So Paul's bought a Prim. Oh, it's the Prim silicone iron rest he's bought there for £5.95. What you do is if you know you definitely want it, check out straight away, because we've got a policy of only one postage packaging for the whole day. £2.95, no matter how many things you buy, no matter how many times you check out. Just make sure that you do check out, because we do have people missing out. Now, back to this, and back to our brand new guest. It's Jayne, and she's made this gorgeous little quilt. And you know what? We're going to go and meet her right now. Jayne, hello. You're not nervous, are you?
I am a little bit
Come here, give me a hug. You'll feel better. She's been sitting outside since 5:30 this morning, because one, a sat-nav was wrong, and two, little Paul doesn't arrive till 6:01 every day. So, yeah, no, it was 6:01 today, because I was listening to the news. Anyway, little Paul's producer today, by the way. It's so lovely. I did Jayne's screen test, you see, so we've met each other before. I'll ask you questions about you and sewing and everything like that. Okay. But should we just start? Oh, do you know what? I came over to see you and I forgot to do the bundles, little Paul. I was meant to do the bundles first, wasn't I? We want to see you, but before you do anything, I'm just going to go and do the bundles. Okay. Is that all right? I just want to give you a hug. Welcome. Well, we'll ask Jayne, if you've got any questions for Jayne, do come back, send in a message and we'll ask her questions. So, what these bundles are all about. I've got 3 different bundles here for you. You know that lovely little quilt I just showed you? Well, we're giving you, you get 4 meters of fabric, so you've got enough to make at least two of those. You get this really lovely little pamphlet brochure, Fabulous Mini Quilts. I'll go through it in detail later, but you get this, and then each bundle, you get one of these, a premium polyester craft wadding, and then these are my 3 bundles. Right, so this is the green one. Well, I presume they've called it green. So what it is on this... Oh, now somebody's moved these around. This is the greenery graphic. Oh, a greenery graphic, because that's a graphic fabric there. £34.95. So you get 4 meters of fabric in total. So what you get is 4 different fabrics here. 4 different fabrics Right, now this could be the first computer glitch of the morning. I think there's only 3 metres of fabric here, but we'll just double check. We'll just double check now. Little Paul's just checking now. Okay, but I need to tell them how much they're getting of each fabric. Okay, we need somebody to come and get... Amy? Okay, so that's the green graphic, right? Then which one? The blue one. This will be the blue graphic then. I can't tell you how much fabric you're getting here, I'm afraid. It still says 4 metres there, you see. £35. We'll come back to it. We'll come back to it. Do you know what? Something I shouldn't really say on a shopping channel. Yeah, don't buy it yet. Don't buy it yet till we've sorted it out. Don't buy it yet. I'm just showing them to you now. Don't buy it yet. Right, and then this is the the third bundle here. Really gorgeous, isn't it? We'll sort it out, we'll sort it out. You get the thread as well. Right, let's go and do some sewing. And then we'll sort that out. I did warn you that the computer, all on your first day, Jayne, as well. So now, this lovely little baby quilt you've made, it is in this book, isn't it?
It is, it's on page 10, I think.
Page 10. Oh, there it is. Is it called Picky Piecing?
Yes.
Now, here it is. So the whole pattern is in the book. Now, would you say it was a beginner or an intermediate project, this?
I think it's more of an intermediate project. I think you need to have a little bit of experience before you start because the pieces are so tiny.
I was going to say, it looks so intricate. It's got all of the details there. It's got everything there that you need to know. There's other projects which I'll go through with you in a secondo. So should we just make a start?
Okay.
Does it tell you exactly what size pieces to cut? Oh my word, if you look on here, right, look at these little pieces. This
They're
really
really tiny,
is a mini quilt,
they
isn't
are
it?
tiny, yeah.
Does it explain everything that you need to cut out from your different fabrics?
It's really good because it shows you on here, it gives all the listings, the fabrics and the measurements.
So you need to call your
Yes.
4 fabrics, A, B, C and D.
Yes, it's probably best to label them up so you know which ones are going to be used.
Okay, can you remember which one's A, B, C and D on your pattern there? So we can just point to this.
Yeah, this is fabric A.
Right, this is fabric A, the plain one here. Just wait for that shot. There you go. The plain one here is A.
Yeah.
B
is this main print here, this graphic print, which is lovely colours.
Brilliant.
Fabric C is this one here, the leafy design.
Yeah.
And then D is this very, very tiny little piece that you can just see here. It's just so tiny.
It's brilliant. I mean, it's so subtle, but looks so complicated. So did you cut all your pieces out before you even started?
Yes, I think probably the best thing to do is to cut all your bits first, because that gives, then you know exactly where you are.
Yes.
And I think if you follow the instructions as they're listed and try and label them with a coloured pin or a bit of sticky paper or whatever you use to just keep them all together. I just pin all of mine together and just put them in stacks so I know what I'm doing.
With a label at the top on the top one?
Yes, I've got numbered pins actually, so I just use...
You've got what?
Pins with numbers on the top.
Oh, they're fantastic.
They were a giveaway with a magazine and they've been invaluable.
Was it one of our magazines?
I can't remember.
Okay, right, so let's carry on with what... So it says here, start the piecing with fabric D. Take the strip of the blue fabric, lay it right side up. So you can tell us how you did it. So do you make it by the stripe then?
You do make it in rows, yes. I made strips, but you're using inch-wide strips.
Right.
Now, I didn't cut the strips at 1 inch wide. I cut them at the wider width because they need to be 3 inches long.
Right.
So I cut the strips at 3 inches.
Right.
Because I just found that easier to cut it up.
Right.
So I've got a 3-inch strip there.
Right.
And then I'm going to cut inch-wide pieces.
Oh, I see. Right.
Rather than cutting
an inch
strip, which is tiny and it moves and everything else. I've got this folded in 2 still.
Right.
So a little bit of rotary cutting here, John. So stand
That's
well
right,
clear.
I'm stepping away from the table.
Just cutting it up into 1-inch wide strips, just lining the top of the line of the ruler up with the strip and the edge of the 1-inch mark there. And just cutting it along. Oops. until you've got the required amount.
And does it tell you how? It tells you, obviously tells you how many.
She says you need 60.
How many?
Yeah, 60.
60?
Yeah.
Oh my! I was supposed you would
because
do,
they're
wouldn't you?
only inch wide,
Yes.
it's amazing. You get quite a lot out of your fabric. So you've got all of those strips, and then I've done the same again with the bluey one, which is fabric C.
Fabric C. But
So
obviously you can choose.
Yes, you can mix it around and put where.
One,
Again, 2 1/4 inch wide strip, and then I've cut it into inch pieces.
Yeah.
So we've got the inch pieces there. And then this one, you do have to cut an inch strip. This is fabric D. And then you cut those into inch squares.
Just put that down there. So that's
an inch square.
So that's including your seam allowance and everything.
Yes, yeah. So they are very tiny pieces. Now, the first bit, to get this little tiny piece in, what she tells you to do in the instructions is she says to take the inch square and to fold it in half. Long edges like that. And give it a little finger press. I think it's easier to finger press it than it is to get it under the iron.
I was going to say, because you're going to burn your fingers trying to press that one, aren't you?
And then you sandwich that between fabric B and fabric C. So lining up all these raw edges together, which is quite fiddly.
Yeah.
But it's worth taking the time just to get them all together. And then pin them. Now, I put the pin across that way because actually I'm not going to sew it with the pin in. So it's just to hold it, to take it to the machine.
So to do that with all of them?
Do that with all there's 15 altogether of those.
Hang on, it's not between every single...
No. You take 15 of your 60.
Right.
And 15 of your 48 of these. And you've got 15 squares. So
So they're just random?
Yeah, they're intermittent.
Right.
To put in between.
Okay.
And what I do is I stick it under the machine there. She says to use a very scant 1/4 inch seam.
Right.
I take the pin out, but what I do is I hold it with the pin, just because it's so tiny.
Yes.
I keep it held with the pin just to hold it.
I'd be rubbish at this because I've got shaky hands.
Just to hold it down while I go. And she recommends that you do chain piecing.
Oh, I call that chain mailing.
Yeah.
Now, for those of the people at home who don't know what it is, what's that?
You just keep going. You don't cut your thread in between.
Keep going.
Just keep going, and you end up with a lovely sort of like chain of bunting. Looks a bit like bunting,
like
little mini bunting. So it just, and that pin just holds it. You've gone a bit wobbly on that one, but not to worry.
Yeah, because Janet's one of our other...
so you end up with... Like that.
Expert. She uses her quick unpick to hold it in place, just to push it through. Then
anything really, just to hold it steady.
Doesn't have to put her finger anywhere near.
So just cut through the threads then with your rotary cutter or your scissors, whichever you feel more comfortable with.
Yeah.
And then what you're going to do is you're going to press it. But you
Proper pressing this time.
Well, you can finger press it, or you can use an iron.
I've got the iron on for you, so.
Yeah.
Oops.
You can see that one's a bit wobbly and it's not in line, but I don't think it really matters because it'll disappear into the seam allowance ultimately, and it's a little bit wobbly like that. So
would you like me to press those for you?
That's very helpful of you.
Well, it's your first day. Don't expect it again. Now, how do you want it to be pressed?
Press it towards the dark colour so that the strip.
So they go that way. Well, so the strip goes that way.
Yeah, and you'll find it easier to press it. So actually, the seam goes towards the light, because then all the bulk's underneath, and it sort of lies flatter that way.
Oh, fantastic! Apparently the gremlins have been fixed. So if you're on your screen here, 2.5 metres plus the book, plus your thread, plus your wadding, £35.95. Now that's the marine graphic. So is that the one we're using now? Marine graphic. Is this fabric now here?
That's the green version. Is that the right one? I can't remember which way round it is. Is that the? That's the blue anyway, and this is the green.
Oh, I see. No, the one that you've made is marine.
Right.
And the one we're using is the green graphic one.
Right, yeah. They're lovely colours, beautiful colours.
That's the greenery one, 2.5 metres, £34.95. That's it. That's what you're getting. You're getting the little booklet, the wadding, the thread, and the 4 pieces of fabric. Now, one of the fabric you just get a metre of. Can you tell me which fabric it is you get a metre of, little Paul? Yeah, we'll bear with you, Paul, because we know it's a tense moment.
I think, and I might be wrong, but the main colour is the meter.
So you think the blue, the kind of...
because you've got enough to do your backing. And the same with that
on the jade one over there. So on this one, I'll just show you. This is the one we're doing at the moment. These are your 4 fabrics. You get a metre of this one. So you get half a metre, half a metre, half a metre. So that's 1.5 metres and a metre of the jade. That's a pepperminty colour. Then you've got lovely like little leaf design and the graphic design there. Okay, £34.95.
So when you've got all of these 15 done.
You need 15 done.
Yeah,
right, hang on
all
then.
those 15 are done. You continue just without the square in the middle.
Now, have I done that wrong?
No, that's fine.
Because that's going in the opposite direction, that one.
No,
no.
Just turn it round.
Okay. Right, okay, we've got loads of messages coming through, but I don't think my screen's working. Wait a minute. It keeps logging itself out. Hang on. Oh, I'm fine with the iron, don't worry. Right, my screen's up and running, little Paul. Nora I've got. Good morning, John. Lovely to see you back, and welcome to Jayne.
Oh, thank you,
Nora.
Nora
in Swanage. That's nice, isn't it?
That's lovely.
No, it's... Pauline, I've got. Welcome, Jayne, to the lovely Sewing Quarter family.
Thank you, Pauline.
Nice, isn't
That's
it?
nice.
Heather, welcome, Jayne. Don't be nervous. John will look after you. He's brilliant. We love him to bits.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank
that's
you.
Lovely.
And then Marcia, good morning, lovely John, and welcome, Jayne. Jayne, she loves your dress.
Oh, thank you.
Marcia is from Brazil. She doesn't watch in Brazil. Now, our songs won't come through, apparently. What did Son say? Good morning, John and Jayne. Great to have a new guest. That's from our son who lives locally.
Oh, lovely.
Right, okay. No message from Davinia yet because it's her birthday today. Have I got... Oh. What have you done?
I think I just didn't quite get it in and it's just decided to chew it slightly.
Happens to everybody, don't worry.
No, it's not going to go. Get that up. I'm going to break the machine. That'll a good start, isn't it, for your first show?
Do you know what? Do you want... Are you all right, or do you want
No, we're okay.
We're all right, we're all right.
Okay.
Because I was going to say, we can look at the fabrics if you're not okay, but we'll go and look at them in a minute anyway.
No, I think I'm all right.
Are they more for me to press? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah. If
8,
I just...
9, 10, 11. How many did you need? 16? 15.
Well, I've done some strips already, so I'm just going to
Oh, yes, okay.
Well, ignore those ones because they've just got...
2.5 metres in each bundle, remember. 2.5 metres in each bundle. Oh, that one hasn't got a thingy in the middle.
That's right.
Oh.
You do the 15 with the little square.
Yes.
And then you use the rest of the fabric C.
Yes.
And you just pair that up with the fabric B.
Yeah.
Until you've done them all. And you should have 12 just of fabric B on their own.
Right.
That's right. So don't worry that you started pairing them up and then you think, hang on, I've got more fabric than I should have here. Because you should have 12 left over. Just
These
on their own.
feel so little, though.
They're so tiny. They really are tiny, but it really comes together quite quickly once you've done this fiddly cutting bit.
Okay, well, I've got one more to press and then I'm with you.
So we then go back.
Right.
Don't burn your fingers.
No, take it.
The instructions say go back and look at the layout here.
Okay, we'll just have a look at that.
So you can see on here there's a little orange piece and that's your little folded over bit.
Okay, I'm going to say we're just coming in now. Takes a while for the upstairs camera to focus, you see.
That's okay.
There we go. So there's a little, I don't know if you'll see that, Hans, a little flash of orange.
You
but
can probably see it better on the main picture.
Yes, let me move that across. There you go, little flashes of orange.
That's your square that's folded over.
Yes, so on ours, it's the pale, like the pepperminty colour on this one. It would be like the antique blue on the blue one. And then also, which one it would be.
Oh, I'd use the orange, I think.
Use the orange on the other one.
Nice
I'll go and do the fabrics, because there was a
colour.
mix-up at the beginning. I'll go and do the fabrics again in a second, but we just want to see how these go together.
So just look at the graphic on there and decide which strip. So you put, let's say we'll do this one here. You're going to put a blue. This on here, this paler one is what is the brown on the graphic there. So we'll put those two together, and then we'll fit one of these in with a little flash in there, and then we put another one underneath, And then finally, you're going to sew just one of your odd ones on the end. So you sew those together. And what I would do is I would sew them together in pairs. So just lining up the edges.
Do you chain piece again?
Yes, I would. And then that way you know you're going to, it's in a strip.
Yes. I'd be terrified, though, that I'd get them in the wrong, this is where I'd be getting them in the wrong order.
I personally would recommend that you do them one strip at a time.
Right.
So you've got them, you don't get them muddled up. But really, it doesn't matter because nobody's going to know, other than you, that they're not in the right order.
Oh, no, actually not, because they're just all random, aren't they?
They're very random, so it really doesn't matter.
And what would you use this little quilt for? Because it's a gorgeous little quilt. But,
it's a lovely little thing, isn't it? You could use it, you could hang it on your wall, add a bit of colour to your wall, or you could have it in the middle of a table as a table centre.
Oh, yeah, with a vase of flowers on it. That'd be nice.
It'd look really pretty. Or, you know, just, you could make it into a cushion cover. If you wanted to, you could put a back on it and make it into a cushion.
Yeah, because in a minute, you're going to do a bit of quilting, aren't you? So you can quilt it through to the back.
Yeah.
Because you get the wadding and you get enough fabric to make the backing in as well. Right, okay, so let's see the rest of this strip go
just
together.
join that onto there.
So once you've got it all cut out, and once you've got all your pieces laid out, it's actually quite quick, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It goes together very... Oh, gosh. It goes to very... What am I doing with this machine?
Not liking your fabric this morning, is it?
No, I think it's not liking me. And threaded.
Oh, don't worry. Janice broke about three sewing machines on her first day, so don't worry. While you rethread the machine, I'll just go and do the fabrics, if that's all right.
That's lovely.
Right, okay, so the one that we're actually stitching with is this one. So remember, you get the little booklet, you get the wadding, you get the thread, and then you get these 4 fabrics. So you get 1 metre of the jade, and then you get 1/2 metre of all the others, of the other 3 there. So there's the kit, there's the photograph of everything you get in the kit for £34.95. Gorgeous, and I love the colours. The thing is, right, you're getting 2.5 metres of fabric. If you don't want to make what we're making, make something else. There's plenty of other projects in the book. Hello? Yeah? Right, we haven't seen the Hungry Caterpillar one at all, really, yet, have we? So what you get in here is you get, the orange is the one you get the most of. So you get 1 metre of the orange, and then you get 1/2 metre of each of these. Now, they would make a gorgeous, especially making one for a baby or a cot quilt. Now, I'll ask Jayne in a minute how many, because you might not want one that small. You want one twice, might want one twice as big, mightn't you? I am sure that you must be able to get 2 of those out of the fabric that we're bringing you. So there's the kit, the 4 fabrics, 1 metre of the orange, and then 1/2 metre of the others. The Fabulous Mini Quilts book, the premium polyester craft wadding, and the thread, all for £32.95. And then the one that Jayne's already made is this one at the end here, which is, this is lovely, isn't it? Again, you get 1 metre of the darker fabric, the jade, and then you get 1/2 metre of the other 3 fabrics, and you get the thread. It's called Marine Blue, this one. Marine Blue bundle, this one. Most popular bundle so far, £35.95. Marine graphic quilt. So you've got the booklet, the fabric, the wadding, and the thread for £35.95. 2.5 metres of fabric in each bundle. And like I was saying, you don't necessarily have to make this one. If you look on the back here, there's all different types of quilts. I'm sure you could make one of many if you didn't like the one that we're making today over there. Lots of choices. I'll go through today. Was this one big enough for you then? Okay. I could do the decorative stitch circles one. I'll be good at that one. See? There's the one we've just made. You get the little booklet in the kit. Well, that one's called Stenciled Quilt, that one. That's got a bit of a plique going on there, isn't it? All tied up in wool, that one. There's all different techniques and all different projects. Scallops. And then there's not another one? Oh, no, that's it. Oh, quilt pillow, mini quilt pillow there. Okay, let's get back to Jayne then, see how she's getting on. Jayne's brand new today. Any questions you've got for Jayne? In fact, I'm going to ask you a question. How did you start off in this quilting world or sewing world?
I've always been around it. My mum always sewed.
Oh, yes.
She used to make our clothes for us when we were little and right up to teenage years, really. And it's always been around me. I did my first patchwork and quilting class when I was 15. We used to go to a lady's house in the next village.
Oh, right.
I went with my mum and we did.
Is that, I'm not going to give away where you live now, but is that in the area that you're in now? Then?
Yes, yeah, it wasn't too far away. And we used to go and spend, it was in the summer holidays at school, and we used to go and spend time sewing there, which was lovely.
And did you dressmake? Did you make that dress?
I did make this dress. I'm a beginner at dressmaking. I wouldn't say that I could teach it to anybody, but
you've made a good job of that, because my background's dressmaking, and pattern cutting.
Still need to work on the dart position and
stuff
like that.
Oh, I can help.
I wear a cardigan.
It's funny, isn't it? Because like a lot of people do one or the other, don't they? They're a quilter or they're a dressmaker or sewist. But we've noticed as well that since we've been here, a lot of people are now trying the one that they were. So if they joined us at the beginning as a dressmaker or sewist, they're now trying quilting and vice versa.
I think it is interchangeable, although obviously there's quite a few differences, seam allowances and stuff like that.
I have much bigger seam allowances than your little quarter of an inch of
yeah,
quilting.
that's right.
And so what do you do now then? Well, are you still sewing?
Yes, I've got my own patchwork and quilting shop.
Can we say what it's called?
It's called The Corner Patch. It's in Eccleshall in Staffordshire.
Has it got an Instagram page or a Facebook page?
Yes, it's got all of those.
You're not going to tell us what they are?
Well, it's at The Corner Patch is the Instagram page, and then it's The Corner Patch for Facebook as well.
And you do lessons?
Yes, we do lessons at the shop. I teach absolute beginners,
right?
People that have never tried it before. We do a very basic 9-patch quilt. And then I am very lucky to have the fabulous Chris Francis and the wonderful Barbara Cheney. They don't live far away, and they come and help me with the more experienced sewers and classes like that. And we do a block of the month, and we do hand stitching.
But you could do those as well.
Oh, yes. I could. But
and how often do you have your classes?
We have classes 2 or 3 times a week.
And do you do gift vouchers?
Yes, we do.
Only because Hayley, our production manager, Hayley, sometimes has to produce when our 2 producers aren't available, and she's rubbish, right? And she goes, oh, why don't they sew that bit to that bit? And I'm like, because that's not time to... She's in my ear the whole time going, oh, this is really interesting. Why didn't they do that? So I'm going to send her to classes. So I'm going to buy her a gift voucher for a Christmas present.
That's a lovely idea, yeah.
And you don't live that far away, as we found out this morning.
No, it took me 40 minutes. I thought it was going to take me longer.
All right, so you've sewn 2 strips together.
Yes. So you carry on sewing them together until you've got enough strips. There's 12 on this. Oh, sorry, I've taken... No, it's fine. There's 12 on the diagram there. There's enough to sew 12 strips.
OK.
And what you've done also is you've cut your fabric A, and you've cut that into 13 1.5 by 18-inch strips.
Right.
So 1.5 inches wide.
Oh, they're the plain colours in between,
That's the plain
aren't they?
colour.
So in this one, it's the plain blue. In that one, it's the jade. And in that one, it's the orange. So you wouldn't be able to do your little flashes in orange, would you, if your background colour was orange? Well, you probably...
Because there's plenty of fabric. And
that was going to be the question. So do you reckon you could get 2 of these out of the fabric
I think quite easily. I think quite easily, and a little bit over.
You could do that, and maybe on the other projects as well, because they're all mini quilts, and they're all mini quilts in here. So you could.
Yes, definitely. Now you'll probably notice that the strip that you've joined together is longer.
Oh yeah.
Than that strip, and what the lady recommends in the book is that you chop at varying degrees, some off the top of each strip.
Right.
1/2 inch and 1/4 inch, and then leave the rest. But also, what I noticed is that you don't piece it level with the top, you stagger it.
Well, I see. So
each one
is slightly different. Staggered. So
that gives you that wave effect.
Oh no, you wouldn't want to do that because you're going to lose that bottom one completely.
Yeah, you'd lose that bit. Yes.
So move that one up a tiny bit.
So just stagger it and then move that one up just a slightly bit more.
Yeah. Do it as you please, really.
And you can see here I've done some already.
And
you can see where I've sewn them and I've staggered it. So that one's slightly higher than that one. And that then gives you that wavy effect. So to sew them together, once you've if you lay it all out, you can sort of play with it then, and you can move them down and up And again, I would keep them all laying out on the table, and then you can see and just pick one up at a time rather than trying to do it all in one go and then getting confused.
Yes.
But it doesn't matter because it's quite random and it's your pattern and you can make it look
exactly.
how you want
now,
it to
I
look.
notice you've sewn one plain and one fancy together. Is that what you do to make a wider strip before you start stitching anything else together?
I would sew it together in pairs.
Yeah.
And then sew the pairs together into 4, and then sew the 4s together.
So basically you're making wider and wider and wider strips as you go, yeah?
It also helps to stop it curving.
Yes.
Because if you go sew that to there and then sew that to there and sew that to there, you might find that your fabric starts to curve slightly.
Because each piece is very narrow.
It's so narrow, yes.
Exactly.
So put them right sides together and just sew them down with a
Okay, and now did you make sure that your seam allowances were all going in different directions, random directions, or?
All in the same direction. Always start from the top and go down. And I think, again, that helps. If you've got them all laid out in rows, you can always pick it up from the top there and then sew it. You know that's your top and you can work your way down.
I'll let you do that. I've got more messages coming through, apparently. Just wait for them to come now. I've still got Marcy's here from before. Got one from Faye. Hello, I make bobbin lace and would use the mini quilt as a cover cloth on my pillow to protect the lace and bobbins.
Oh, what a lovely idea.
That's a nice idea. Thank you, Faye. What was Davinia's? Because it's her birthday today. Actually, hello, John. Welcome, Jane.
Hello, Davinia. Happy birthday.
Thank you for my birthday wishes. Lots of loves, hugs, and Davinia. Now I've got Patricia's. I have visions of the wadding pulling... Oh! I've got visions of the wadding pulling the plant off the shelf, says Patricia. No, it's fine. It'll be fine. It's not nailed in, it's just perched.
It's very light wadding.
Yes, light wadding, but it is being wafted by the air conditioning, look.
Oh, yes, yes.
If you don't know, you'll have to, if you don't know what Patricia's talking about, just have to wait a minute when I go back and show you the fabrics and you'll see it wafting, the bag wafting.
Now, I'm going to press this, but what I've done is I've put the plain wider strip on the top because it's easier to press that away and that will be underneath all those seams then will be underneath, and that will lie flatter when it comes to quilting it. So press it down first just to sort of set the seam. Yeah. And then just gently and minding your fingers, just press it away.
Have you got a mini iron at home?
I have. They're very useful, particularly for a project like this.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've got a mini iron on our website if you want to go and have a look at it. It's $49.95. It's called the mini iron, the adapter. And that would be brilliant for this.
It would be ideal. So...
Oh, sorry.
It's all right. You'd have all your pieces then. So I would then place those two together and lining up the blue strip.
The plain strip, yeah.
Because you could trim. I mean, once you've got them sewn, you could trim it off level if you wanted to save your time.
So you're lining up the two jade ones on this one, you see. Obviously not that one and that one. Okay.
I'm going to turn it.
Why have you taken your glasses off?
Jayne.
Oh. What do you need to put them on for? Sewing or just...
Yeah, I don't need them all the time, but just sometimes when I'm doing lots of intricate small pieces.
Yes.
It's better to wear them. Yes, I should have a chain. And
well, no, don't get a chain because it always bangs on your microphone if you have a chain, you see. Little telly tip there. John's telly tips. Isn't that a show for children?
It's a good little tip.
Teletubbies. Oh, no, I'm thinking of Teletubbies, aren't I?
You could pin these if you wanted to, if you didn't feel, that you were happy just running the machine down.
And how important is the 1/4 inch seam allowance?
I think it's quite important, and I would go with a scant 1/4 inch. Because slightly under the 1/4 inch, just because they're such small pieces. So
I think it's quite therapeutic, though, isn't it? Having lots of little pieces to put together.
It is. And actually, it comes together really quickly. Once you've got the cutting bit done, it grows. It grows quite quickly.
And how long... Oh, you need to get behind, don't you? Oh, I've dropped one on the floor. How long do you think it would take to... You wouldn't think I was 39, would you? How long would you say? I know you rushed it because you didn't get the fabrics till Wednesday, did you? So you had to rush it through. But how long would you, if you were making this as a pleasurable pastime, how long do you think it would take?
I think it would be a nice weekend project.
Oh, so a couple of days?
Yeah, I think, taking your time and just working your way through it. You might want to do your cutting and piece your strips together and then go back to it and join it all together.
Yes.
But once it's together and you've layered it up, it's just very simple quilting just on the edge in strips. So it doesn't take very long at all.
Okay.
So just keep piecing it together in pairs, as I said, and then make the pairs.
You've got another piece prepared there.
I have one I prepared earlier. So I've joined the 4 together there.
So we're putting 12 together, aren't we? But
yes.
12.
There's 12 of the stripe of the piece.
So it's 24 stripes in total, is it?
No, there's 13 of the blue.
25.
Yes,
25 in total then.
Yes, because you want one plain one either end.
Oh, yeah, of course.
So you just keep sewing those together until you've got them.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I've only got 20.
Short.
Bit short.
Bit short. So
This one's the greenery kit that you can see that we're making here. I'll show you the still very quickly. There it is. That's the greenery kit. You get 2.5 meters of fabric. You get a meter of the jade, and then you get half a meter of the other 3 for £34.95. But you get the wadding, you get the book, and you get the thread as well. Well, in a minute. In fact, I'm a bit late. I should have gone back at past. Do that. I tell you what, I'll do it now. If you carry on sewing those,
yes,
and we'll make a mini quilt of however many you've got there.
Yeah, okay.
Because we'll then show the next stage. We
Yeah.
won't need to go to the 25. We can just go to the amount you've got there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Come with me, though. Come with me. Oh, no, that's your book, I think. Sorry, that's mine. Right, so I've got 3. Now, this is what Patricia was worried about. No. Oh, talking about drinking water, you be careful with your hose pipes. Did you hear the news this morning? Right, when I've been watering my garden, right, I've got one of those if I can't be bothered doing that. Yeah, shut up. No, anyway, I just leave my hose pipe lying on the patio. Don't bother tidying up because it's only me there and everything. I tidy up if people are coming around. Anyway, some gardener, did you hear the news this morning? Some gardener left his hose pipe out, watered the garden the night before. The next day, left it in the sunshine, and apparently the sunshine and the water left in the hose pipe made some bug that makes, and he died of Legionnaire's disease. I know. So I do that every day. I'll just leave. I'm sorry, happy story for. I keep thinking it's Monday because I've taken 3 days off. Friday morning story. It's very sad. Anyway, let's get back to the happy bundles. Which bundle would you like to go first? The one that we're stitching at the moment is this one in the middle here. So you get 2.5 meters of the fabric. Oops. You get half a meter of this. You get a meter of that. You get half a meter of the spearmint and half a meter of the graphic one there. It's called Greenery Graphic, $34.95. So you get 2.5 meters of fabric. You get the thread. You get the wadding, and you get the booklet. For £34.95. There's the kit. That's everything you're getting there. So that one's the greenery, the one that Jayne's using at the moment. The one that Jayne's actually made is made out of this one. It's called Marine, this one. Is it not called Marine anymore? It's still Marine, so you get half meter, half meter, half meter, 1 meter. 2.5 meters in total. That's lovely. I've never seen that one before. Have you seen that fabric before? I have neither. It's lovely, isn't it? Sorry, I keep knocking the thread over, making that noise. Look, it's lovely, isn't it? That's a gorgeous print. Beautiful, isn't it? So you get 2.5 meters of fabric, the wadding, the thread, and the booklet, all for £35.95. I'll just put that one back there. And then last but not least, Oh, verbena, lemon verbena. Yeah, verbena, yeah. From the Ghost range by Nell Watmore, apparently. Oh, you've gone off it, this one. Nice, isn't it? And the other one is Free Spirit Rowan Leaf. It's nice, again, by Nell Watmore. Right, okay, so that's that. And then last but not least is the Hungry Caterpillar collection. So if you make one for, well, it doesn't have to be a child, does it? But I was just saying, if you've got the bright colours for a child's one there. So you get 1.5 meters of the flame orange here. You get 0.5 meter of the dots, 0.5 meter of the, what blue? Oh, it's not marine. It's royal. Looks like French royal. And then 0.5 meter of the hearts. You get the thread. You get the book. Oh, there's the still there. Oh, it's nautical blue. That's it. Yeah, nautical blue. It's called Primary Mini Graphic Quilt Bundle. You get the booklet, the fabric, the wadding, and the thread for £32 and 95 pence. Right, let's go back. Oh, Jane's got her book there. I can leave that one as is. So have you finished it yet?
No, not quite.
Oh, honestly. It's your first day. You're meant to be making an impression.
I know.
Any messages you've got, any questions you've got for Jayne or for me? She could do an impression of me, but I might slap her if she does. We do things like that. Not on your first day.
No, be nice to me on the first day.
Yeah, I'm being nice to you. This is me being nice. Oh, this is from, it must be from Sheila, this, is it? Yeah, it always comes up as Mrs., you see, and we know it's Sheila. Except for, welcome, Jayne. Brilliant to have you back, John. This looks like a variation on a Bargello quilt.
Yes, slightly. Bargello-y, yes.
Nice to see something new and different, and a great demonstration, Jayne.
Thank you, Sheila.
Thank you. Oh, got one more. Christine. Good morning, John. Welcome, Jayne. Don't be nervous, you're a natural, she says.
Oh, thank you.
The thing is, they all start off like this, don't they? They all start off quiet and polite and everything, and then after a couple of weeks, because you're in again on Monday, aren't you?
No, I've been cancelled for Monday. There's a different person on Monday. I don't know what's happening. I was going to be on Monday, but then I had an email to say they felt it was a little bit too close together, and so they didn't need me to come on Monday.
Oh no! Thing is, you've got lots of messages. You'll be back though, definitely.
Yeah. Oh, I've got dates for July and August.
You've got what?
Dates for July and
August. Oh, that's
August.
good. I haven't. It's more than we've got. No, I have to say, I'm off at most. Well, I normally take the whole of August off, but this year I can't because obviously it's only me and Natasha and just Amy who helps out now and then, so that I can't go away for a month. Da, 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 da.
Oh. Where would you go if you were going away for a whole
month? I go
month?
to San Diego, and I list Mission Beach, and I just lie on Mission Beach
lovely.
for a month. Oh, little Paul's going to do my shifts, apparently, he says. Can you imagine? Because you'd only see this much of him, you see, like this. We haven't done the photo, have we? He's looking quite smart today in his new chinos and his Forrest Gump trainers. Oh, hang on. He went to a shop, which is Minder, and they had a code for a discount. So he went up, gave them the code. Oh. Said, no, we need proof of that code. So they input it into the till. Oh, that's good. But I thought there was going to be an end to that story, and they did 80% off, something like that. Oh, that's good. And were you the only person they knew that had asked for the code then? Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. So after sewing them all into pairs, what I've just done is I've just added one of the strips onto the end there so that I've got a plain strip beginning and end. So I've got all those pairs joined together and then just added that one plain one on there.
Yes.
I'm just going to add this pair onto here.
So you've got 2 more seams to do, and then we've got our more or less whole
quilt,
frontage of the quilt. Then did you square it off into a... Oh, now you've got something to say about the book, haven't you, at this point?
Yeah, I don't want to criticise other people's
as much as
patterns or anything like that. But actually, when it comes down to it, in the instructions, it tells you to make these 12 strips. Did we make 12 strips?
Yeah.
Follow the diagram for the placing of them. Sew them together.
Yeah.
Then layer it up, and it comes out at about 22, 23 wide.
Inches.
Yeah. And then she tells you to cut it down to a 16-inch square.
Oh.
So, and then when you look at the main picture...
Yeah. I'll show you the main picture.
And you count the strips, there's only actually 10 strips.
So she's done what you've done.
Yeah.
Here, and there's 25 strips in total.
Yeah. But then when you count this, there's only 10.
Oh. How weird.
I didn't.
But you've left it as its full size, though.
Yeah, because I was in such a rush to
and also, why would you, if you've sat there doing all
that
this...
sewing, why would you want to cut it up again?
How strange.
So I found that a little strange.
Unless she made a mistake.
She might
and she thought, I'm going to make people will notice there's only 10.
So press that away, and then I'll sew the next half to that, and then that's...
And then you can show us what the next
together.
stages were. What we've got about 8 or 9 minutes left of the hour.
Oh gosh, doesn't it fly?
8 minutes left, yeah. Goes flies by,
doesn't it just?
Yeah.
I was thinking...
It's not like one of your lessons now, is it? You can look, Lucy's waiting to come on. Lucy's back after a very long absence from us. Do you like it going that slowly?
I can't go any faster.
Because
because I'm trying
too fast,
to...
you know.
Yeah, just because I'm trying to line up pieces. Oh, no, that's too slow. Oh, you rotter.
Mine hasn't got one of those. My sewing machine hasn't got one of those, you see.
No, mine hasn't at home, and it's like that when you're trying to go slow and you put your foot down and it goes... and then suddenly it just flies off and you're like, come back.
When I worked in theatre, I had a Singer industrial machine, and that used to fly along, and you had to really get used to it. If you'd been away from it for a while and had to go back to it, you really had to get used to it.
Yeah. Right, so there we go. Press that now.
So it's quite satisfying as well seeing it come together, isn't it?
It's lovely.
So then...
Now, you can trim it if you want to, trim it level.
Yeah.
Or you can just layer it up and then trim it after you've quilted it, because when you quilt it, it's going to pull in a little bit anyway.
Oh, okay.
So if you wanted to, it depends how you feel, and some people prefer to have a neat edge to start with. Some people aren't bothered.
So what did you do? You took this, so this is your finished top, for example. Yeah. You then had a layer of wadding.
Yeah.
And you've got the layer... Oh, have you got it there?
There's the wadding and the backing. Again, in the book, it tells you the piece to cut. So that's a 20 by 21
Oh, so they still tell you to cut a great big piece then? Even though they say cut it and make it smaller?
Yeah.
I don't know why. I am left-handed here, and I don't know why. Because I'm not left-handed at all. No, not while I've had my days off. Somebody said the other day, I didn't really... Joy it was. Said, we have Joy, who's a quilting demonstrator expert. And she said, I didn't know you're left-handed. I went, I'm not. She went, you always iron with your left hand. And I don't. So you put your backing down first.
Yeah.
Which would be right sides downwards, obviously, if it had a right side.
And then your wadding. And then your quilt top.
Obviously, now this is going to be smaller because we haven't put Jayne hasn't put all the pieces into this one.
There'd be another couple of strips on there if it was done to the pattern.
And then how would you stop all three of those from moving?
For a small project like this, I would probably use spray adhesive just to
which we have on the
hold
on the
it together.
Yeah.
Because it's very quick to quilt. You're literally quilting down the stripes there.
Okay, and now would you start if that's all stuck together? Would you start here? Or would you start on the middle one?
I would start in the middle.
Yeah.
I always like to start in the middle, and then if it does start to rock up, you've got the opportunity then to smooth it out.
So you've literally just stitched...
Quite close to the edge.
But you could do whatever you wanted,
You could do what you like. You could free motion over the whole thing if you wanted to. It would be a good...
Or you could quilt it that way if you want to. You might look at... would it work?
Or you could maybe do a wiggle that
That's getting a bit advanced,
the stripe there.
So you do all of that... This is obviously how she's done it in the book.
Yes.
Oh, little Paul likes it better like that. Don't do wiggly lines. He says just do it like that.
And then once you've quilted it, you trim it square. Now, in the book, she says to trim it to a 16-inch square. You'd lose half your work, so...
Yeah, how weird.
I don't know why she said that.
Okay, so if you don't just trim it down so it's square, then the binding,
yes,
it's just how wide's a strip do you cut?
Again, she tells you in there, she says 2¼ inches. I personally prefer a 2½-inch strip because it just gives you a little bit manoeuvrability. But I did use 2¼ like the book said. But
and how do you do yours then? So did you? Let's get a strip. This isn't the binding, but just say it was. Would you stitch it like this and turn it over? How did you do your?
What
binding?
I do with my binding, and
Oh, you got one already. Sorry.
Because I just didn't know how far I'd get with the project. So
no,
I've got everything prepared. Fold the strip in half, iron it wrong sides together so it's in half like that. And then you've got 2 raw edges there. So if you imagine this is the raw edge of your quilt like this.
Oh yeah, do it on yours. Do it on yours.
Place it on there.
Yeah.
1/4 inch all the way round. When I get to the corners, I do my flip it up.
Yeah.
Flip it back method.
Mitre corner.
Little mitre. And then all the way around and then join it here. And then it just comes over and that lovely flat edge there comes over and behind and covers your line of stitching, and then I just hand stitch it down.
Would you not? You see, because as in my dressmaking background, what I would do is I would have done it like that and like that. Does that not work?
It probably would work, and you could probably then.
Yeah, because then what you do is if you press it,
you could bring it over, and you could sew it on the
right,
machine
and then
all the way
you
around.
stitch down. Then you've got a line to. It's hot. It's very hot. So you stitch along there, fold the whole thing over, so that's stitched, and then you fold that over, and then you've got that to hand whip down.
Yeah, I mean you could do it that way.
No. I've noticed. No. I'm not telling you how to do your job. I promise.
There's so many different ways of doing it. There's no wrong
or
or right way.
All the quilter ladies do it. Have done it that way.
I think it's because it feels quicker, less fiddly.
I suppose so. And also, when you do dressmaking, you very seldom do straight binding.
Yes, it's usually
you need always bias binding. Yes. But you quilters just seem. But then you're only going straight lines. So
this is it. Unless you're doing a scalloped edge or something like that, you don't really need a bias binding.
Oh, right. We've got an email for you, Jayne. Oh, it's from another person called Jayne. I can't read this one. This is an email. Only the text comes through there.
Oh, right.
Hello, Jayne.
Hello, Jayne.
Oh, it's such a surprise to see Jayne on the television and not in the shop where I normally see her.
Bless her.
You inspire me every time I visit. And I'm sure now you'll inspire many more as a guest on Sewing Quarter.
Oh, how lovely. Thank you, Jayne.
That's from
really
one of your
nice.
customers,
yes,
Jayne. That's nice, isn't it?
I've got a couple of Jayne customers, so I don't know which one it is.
We need to know which one it is. We need to know which Jayne it is. When you come to lessons at your place, do we get cake as well?
Yes, coffee and biscuits are always on absolute supply, and occasionally we do cake if it's a special birthday or something like that.
Oh, only if it's a special birthday, not...
Yeah, we've always got biscuits and plenty of chocolate biscuits.
Oh, have you?
Yes.
Do you not find the chocolate melts and goes all over your quilt?
They don't have time, does it? It's
gone. Okay, so let's just have a look. Thank you so much, Jayne. That was brilliant. Well done on your first. You can now relax now, but you were absolutely brilliant. In the book, I'll tell you about the book. You're back in an hour's time.
Yes.
And what are you doing then?
I am doing a bed runner.
Monochrome. Yeah. Don't say it like that. Oh, I'm doing a bed runner.
It's huge.
I don't need that. That's yours. Right, I'll just go through the bundles before we go for a break and Lucy comes on. Starting off with the one that we were just stitching. What it is, you get 2.5 meters of the fabric, £34.95. You get a meter, half meter of each of these and a meter of this. You get a total of 2.5 meters. You get the thread, you get the booklet, and you get the wadding. There you go. There's the still for £34.95. That's the green one. It's called Greenery Graphic. Next one's called Marine, which is the blue one, which is the one that Jayne's had already made. Now Whatmore fabric, these. Didn't Sarah Whatmore sing in one of the... Sarah Whatmore, why do I know Sarah Whatmore? Anyway, so this, you get 1.5 meters of this and half a meter of each of these. You get the thread. You get the wadding. Are you all right there, Amy? Just dropped something. And you get the booklet, all for £35.95. You look at the little still of that one. There you go. And then last but not least, we've got this really brightly coloured one here. Oh, have we? This is lovely, isn't it? What I'll do is, what you get, you get 1.5 meters. It's a lot of fabric, you see, if you think about it, for that little quilt. I can't open it. It's 1.5 meters of the bright orange. I'm sorry, my brain, I was so busy looking at the colour thinking, oh, that's such a gorgeous colour. Yeah, 1.5 meters of that. Then you get 0.5 meter all the other colours. And I think they go so well together, don't they, these three colours. Look at these. And the lovely thread. I'll just move that one out of the way. And the gorgeous thread. And the booklet. Look at those. Don't they look gorgeous? Lucy Brennan's back. Coming up in a minute. Now, which fabric they want to look at? Oh, yes. Just going back to the green one. Somebody just wants to have a look at the green fabrics opened up. I'll do that very quickly for you. This is the greenery one, right? Oh, that's upside down. So you get 0.5 meter of that one. Oh, you get 0.5 meter of both of them, actually. And 0.5 meter of that one. Quickly, let's have a quick look at those for the customer before we go. There you go. There's your two fabrics there. Lucy's up next. She's been away far too long, hasn't she? Oh, she's making a right mess of the place already. We'll be back in 3 minutes with Lucy Brennan doing My Little Hexies by Lucy. Don't go anywhere.
Follow us on Pinterest. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to discover sewing work we create and love. Did you know there are multiple ways you can contact us, even if it's just to ask a question? Our friendly team are always on standby. You can call our customer service team at 0800 112 4433, email us at help@sewingquarter.com, visit our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter @sewingquarter, and even message us through our website, and our presenters will answer your questions live on air. There are many different ways you can buy from us here at the Sewing Quarter. You can order from us by calling our free phone number at 0800 112 4433 and talk to the team at our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, there are other ways you can buy from us. You can go online and shop through our website at www.sewingquarter.com. You can even watch the show there and shop as you go. You can check out as many times as you like throughout the day and only pay a small fee of £2.95 postage and packaging for the whole day. We also offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all products excluding custom-cut fabric. Our friendly UK-based team will help guide you through every step. Back by viewer demand, Jo Carter returns on Monday the 19th of June with her much-loved Panda Pop clamshell quilt. This unique mini quilt, complete with cheeky peeping pandas, is perfect for improving your technique and makes an incredible gift that'll last for generations. And what's more, Jo will be using some jaw-droppingly beautiful Fassett pre-cut fabrics for that extra helping of wow factor. You'll be amazed at what you can achieve with our nifty kit, containing everything you need to take your quilting skills to the next level. See how it's done on Monday the 19th of June, 8 AM, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78. There are many different ways you can buy from us here at the Sewing Quarter. You can order from us by calling our free phone number at 0800 112 4433 and talk to the team at our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, there are other ways you can buy from us. You can go online and shop through our website at www.sewingquarter.com. You can even watch the show there and shop as you go. You can check out as many times as you like throughout the day and only pay a small fee of £2.95 postage and packaging for the whole day. We also offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all products excluding custom-cut fabric. Our friendly UK-based team will help guide you through every step.
Well, she's back. She's nervous for some reason. I'm right nervous, she said. Excuse me. She's made this for us, isn't it lovely? Hexies. It's made by Hexies, and I think she's done English paper piecing. Is that right? Yeah. Yep, English paper piecing. Now, that's lovely. Now, that is using brand new Kaffe Fassett Hexies, which I'll show you before I do anything else. Right, have a look at this, right? So I've got 2 of them. You get 42 Hexies. Now, what size Hexies are they? They look like a 12 centimetre, 4 3/4 inches Hexies. Right. They said to me, John Scott, on no account must you open those. Have a look at these. These are just good. Now, I'll do the red one on this side of the table, if that's all right. Follow me, little Mike. Because you know what I'm like with my Hexies. So you get 42 of these. I love these. How much is it? Oh, oh, excuse me. Is that right? We've had so many issues today, you don't know if we're right. Surely it's more expensive than that. Less than 50p a piece, this. They've been cut out for you, ready. Oh, I love them. I love them. Now, hang on a sec. Let's just look at this. Now, you might have seen some of these. Oh, no, I can't get... Oh, I love that. Now, some of them are repeats. Some of them do get repeated, because, look, the lovely fossil one gets repeated there. Look at the colour tones in here. Oh, we've not seen the bunting in that colour before. You can... Now, I'm going to do them all here on this one. Because... Well, no, I can go where... There's the can goes... It's just that people want to see... Before we go to Lucy... People will want to see all the different colours they get. You see, now, you'll have seen some of these patterns in the shade, won't you? But not in these colourways, maybe. They're lovely, aren't they? There's the birds. Lovely birds with the bright red. I'll go a bit faster. Oh, can ladies in yellow. I'm just showing them because I think it's important that you see all the colours that you get. There's the disco pebbles. Oh, these are lovely. 42 these get. Some are repeated. Some are... I had what? Don't talk about me if you can't repeat it. Some of them are repeated. I had a what on? Did I? Oh, everybody's wearing shorts today, though, aren't they? No, little Mike's got shorts on. Of course, in my day, people who should wear black, you should be wearing all in black. Little Paul doesn't like to show his legs. Not sure why. I'll do this very quickly, sorry. I won't do the green one like this as well, but this is the red one. But I will do the green one. While Lucy does some sewing, I will get the green one. Aren't the colours just exquisite? The Hexi shape is... Oh, look, there's more bunting there. You all right over there, Lucy? I haven't forgotten you. Go on, let's have a look at Lucy. Give the wave, Lucy. Wait. Hello? Wave. Hello. How have you been, my love?
I'm fine, thank you.
We've missed you.
I've missed you.
Yeah. Little Paul's still reeling from the great big hug he got from you this morning. And he says, can you not... it brightened up his day. Oh, that's lovely. Yeah. Oh, and, blimey, did you hug everybody this morning, then?
Oh, lots of hugs today. Yeah.
Oh, Paul thought you special. Right. That one is the Kaffe Fassett Sunshine. 42 pieces for £20.95. Shall we look? Gorgeous. Ta-da! Oh, isn't that just gorgeous? Right, now, very quickly, what I'll do is I won't get the green one out, but when Lucy's doing some sewing in a minute, I'll come back and do the green one without having to watch me. That was the sunshine one. This is the shade one. 42 pieces for £20.95. Okay, I will open that one for you afterwards but I don't want to waste the time doing it because we want to get to Lucy, don't we? I've got 2 bundles of fabric as well. They are bundles. No, Joy's not in today. No. I've got 2 bundles. Which one? This one first? This is deep. This one's called Deep Solid. You get half a metre of each of the fabrics for £9.45. So you get a green, a blue, and a lavender in that one for £9. There it is, £9.45. You've also got the bright. Oh. No, we've got the Hexies too yet as well. We haven't got any graphics for that one yet. There you go. They're the bright solids. So you get a bright orange, a bright red, and a bright yellow. Lovely. And then we've also got this, which Lucy's already opened. She was told not to open it, but she's opened it. You get 75. Look at these. Aren't they lovely? I won't get them all out for you later. Hexes of gorgeous colours. They're 4.75 inches each. Denyse Schmidt. Solid colours. Look at those. Oh. Aren't they beautiful? £29.95 for 75 pieces. Right, okay. Come on then, Lucy. I'm going to have another hug now because they all haven't had. That's all right. Welcome back.
Thank you.
You missed you. If you've got any questions for Lucy, just let us know. Now, we've also got this book, Happy Hexies, Boutique Shah. Does that say Shah?
Yes.
What does that mean? Boutique Shah. 12 hand-piece hexagon projects to stitch and love. Twelve projects. Now, this project isn't actually in the book, but you've taken inspiration for it. Oh, that's nice. Anyway, that's available at £9.95. Basically, you've used that as your inspiration.
Yes.
To make this, haven't you?
So don't mess up mine.
Now, I think that you've mixed and matched, haven't you?
I have. I've actually used all 3. So the centre one is the Denyse Schmidt, and then Kaffe. So the Kaffe. Outer one's a Kaffe Fassett, and the green, and then the reds in the centre there.
That's nice, isn't it? Could you get Amy to get us an A-frame so we can hang it up behind me? That'd be brilliant, thank you.
So the pattern I took from the book,
right,
but I didn't make the mini quilt.
Right.
I combined it with another project that's in the book to make like a table mat.
Okay, we'll go through the book properly in a second.
Yes.
I just want to see how you've done it, because you don't just stitch them together, do you?
No, well, you use papers, because it's English paper piecing.
Right. Do you have to do English paper piecing? Does it have to be English paper piecing?
No, you can machine sew them together if you want to.
Okay.
It's a little bit fiddly because you end up with some Y seams.
Yeah, of course.
Another option would be to just applique stitch over the top. You know, you can zigzag them together and sort of do a quilt as you go. You could do something like that if you wanted to as well.
So you get a big piece of fabric and you just applique them onto the fabric?
You just would position them how you want them and then just sew over the top.
And would you quilt while you were doing that, or would you do that first and then quilt afterwards?
Either. You could do it either way.
Okay,
yes.
But we're going to do it the Lucy's way today.
We're going to do, all the projects in the book are English paper piece. It gives you templates for all the different sizes and things to make the projects. But what I've done is printed some hexagons to use that are the right size for these, so that I didn't have to cut these down. Because obviously you've got these beautiful prints here. It would be a shame to make them smaller.
So you use something like this on the book here. You use something like that as a what's the word I'm looking for? Inspiration.
As an inspiration, yes. And it seemed to make sense rather than doing them. I think the size it's got all the sizes and it's got the templates there for the ones that you're using. So that's the full size template. So it's very small actually to make the mini quilt.
So it'd be a bit of a waste to cut those mini hexes out of the lovely hexes that we've got.
Well, and also, because I'm just slightly cheating, that they're already cut.
Yes.
There's no point then cutting them again.
No.
So what I did is Love Patchwork and Quilting have free templates that you can use.
Oh, have they?
Yes.
So you can just go to their website and download them?
So you just go to the website and download them.
For free?
If you just search... Thank you. if you just...
Sorry, I'm not touching you. I was just putting your hair up.
Thank you. If you just search Love Patchwork and Quilting Hexagon template, it will come up. And then you just print them off. And it's quite nice because you get, I think this is the 4-inch size. So it's 4 inches across, 2 inches on the sides.
Yeah.
And I think you get about 5 on a page. And then you can either just keep printing it or photocopy it.
Oh, yeah, of course, yeah.
And then you just cut those out. But this size is absolutely perfect.
Oh, yes.
To fit on the pre-cuts.
Yes.
So that's nice that there's just a free download, and then it's just easy. You can just get sewing.
Yeah. But you don't sew straight away, do you?
I'm not sewing straight away. You have to prepare your pieces.
Yes.
So you have to baste them to the paper.
Right.
So my preferred method is the...
did you have those in a pattern?
I did have them in a pattern, but, go ahead. Mess it up.
Well, no, because it's all about the placing, isn't it, afterwards?
Well, yeah, but I was making a flower. I was doing the
that's what
pattern
she
from
just
the
said.
thing.
Got messages. Miss our Lucy, lots of love from our Sonia.
Oh, thank you, Sonia.
Lorraine, great to see you back, Lucy. Love the shirt, John. Lots of love, Lorraine.
I love that shirt
Thank you.
well.
Well, especially. Tracy, yay! Love that Lucy's back, and I love a Hexi or two, so it's a win-win day today.
Oh, thank you, Tracy.
Oh, right, get on with it.
So, okay. No messing.
No. She said in prep this morning, oh, when did you get bossy?
So,
after I'd given her a present and everything.
Oh, you did. It was so kind. So I love it. So I'm just dot the glue. I put it on the fabric. Some people prefer to dot it on the paper.
Right, okay.
It doesn't really matter. I wouldn't do it on both, actually, having just done that. Just one or the other. But literally just like little swipes. You don't need very much. Less is more because you want to peel it back later.
Okay, stop talking for 1 second. What's the matter, little Paul? Oh, blimey, we haven't even started, John. Wait there. The deep, solid bundle. Yeah? That was live. Did you know that, Mike? The deep, solid bundle. Half the stock of these has gone already. Half the stock of these, I haven't even wafted yet or anything. Haven't even wafted this yet. Half the stock's gone. Get half a metre, half a metre, half a metre for £9.45. The bright solid bundle. No! There's only 3 of these left, apparently. So half the stock of those gone, and there's only 3 of those left. We're only 10 minutes through. If everyone checks out the basket, there are 3 left if everybody checks out their basket. Right, okay. Right, you carry on doing your paper piecing over there. I'm not moving. Oh, that shouldn't be here. Oh, I do apologise. I want to put this green one out, you see. So go back to Luke. Can you go back to Lucy? Here you go, Luce. It's coming over to you now.
Thanks.
Hello, Luce.
Hello.
I'm only doing that because I want to spread the green ones out, you see.
Okay, that's fine. Well, I'll just talk about arrangement quickly.
Keep going.
Traditionally, in English paper piecing, we have the grandmother's garden, the flower, which is like that. So these ones aren't basted.
Yeah, I'm listening. I'm just getting this out.
And then in the pattern in the book, it was just really nice. It added these leaves either side, which I thought was really pretty. And then on the runner that I made, I added an extra row all around the outside, just to make it a bit bigger.
Yeah.
And also, I think putting the blue tones next to the red just really set that off and let the flower sort of pop out.
So did you say you were doing fussy cutting then? I wasn't listening.
Honestly, so the because they're pre-cut, they just come as they are.
Oh,
so
of course
you
they
can't,
do,
you don't, if you were going to use the templates in the book and make them smaller, then you could fussy cut the bits out of the fabric. But obviously, because they're pre-cut, you just sort of get the ones that are in the package there.
Yeah.
But it's a really lovely selection. You do get 2 of some. I always like to try and mix it
in fact,
up
I'm just unravelling one, and you get 3 of the yellow bunting in this one.
Oh, you do?
Yeah. But so some you get 1 of, And some you get...
Well, what was quite nice actually is that in the blue and greeny one, it does go sort of a bit more yellow. So if you wanted to, and like the one I've used in the centre here has like the yellow sort of daffodils. And then even that one, you know, is a bit yellowy. So that's quite nice if you want to keep it traditional.
Yeah.
But you could, you know, there's no reason you have to even do a flower. If you don't want to, you could do absolutely anything. And even how you laying them out, John, just on the table, it just shows you don't even have to really put any thought into it at all if you don't want to.
Don't say that.
You could just sew them into rows because they're all coordinated, obviously, in the packet. You know, it's all... it all goes beautifully together. And I think I like mixing the warm and the cool.
Oh,
I think it's quite nice to have that option.
Be like you and me, isn't it?
You know,
warm and the cool.
to play about who's what, who's what.
I don't know.
We're both very warm.
We are really, aren't we?
And we're very cool, obviously.
Yeah. Down with the kids, aren't we?
So much.
The bright, solid bundle, yeah, are sold out. Just so you know. Is that right, the bright one? Okay.
I'm not surprised at all.
The bright one sold out.
Very good value.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bright bundle sold
They're
out.
lovely.
Right, okay.
So you can see how just having a play with them, you know, and that helps bring that flower out there.
Yeah.
But I thought it was really nice to have those little leaves.
Have you done all the
next
cardboard?
to the
You haven't left me a
flower.
cardboard one to do.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realise you wanted to do one. I apologise. It's not cardboard though, it's paper.
All right then.
And when I printed out those templates, I just used cheap copy paper.
Okay.
I don't use any
Is there any
special...
other sorts?
Well, I don't know. I don't use any special paper. I don't use like a premium paper or anything.
Okay.
I just, you know, even a value one you can get away
Exactly.
with. So.
Now, the glue pen is available on the website. So,
Yeah.
because we've finished using that now, haven't we?
I have, but I did, and you can thread-based, of course. You don't have to use the glue. And I wasn't, when I first started and heard about the glue, I wasn't particularly enamoured with it, but actually it makes the whole process so much quicker. I mean, I've just done those few very quickly just now, and it just takes a bit less time so that you can start the sewing them together, which is
so now you use 23 hexagons on your little design behind us, but you use some from the shade, some from the sunshine and shade, and then one from the Denyse Schmidt.
Yes. Okay. So those are all the shade, and that's the sunshine. That's shade as well. But in the one here, that's the Denyse Schmidt. I do like having...
Hang on. So...
Yes.
Sunshine.
Yes.
Shade. And you use shade in the middle rather than the Denyse Schmidt plain.
Yes. Okay. Yes. I do like mixing solids in with print. I think sort of standard... quilting rules, although I never follow rules, but you should have a place for your eye to rest.
Oh, okay.
And I think if you have a solid in the centre, it does that really nicely. But if you wanted to go all out with the prints, there's nothing to stop you doing that.
Is that what they say? Have somewhere for your eye to rest.
Somewhere for your eye to rest, so that when you're looking at it, it's not too overwhelming. You know, it just brings a focal point, if you like.
Paul's obviously been on the phone because you talked about applique. He's saying now, could you do reverse applique using these? What would that be a waste though, Paul? To do a reverse
it sort
applique?
of would, because you'd be cutting the bits. So there's nothing to stop you from doing it, but it would be very small. It would be ever so small. You could use these behind, you know, if you had some solids, you could do reverse applique, so you could do some English paper piecing and then use the solid and cut away the solid.
That's what he's just saying, that's what he meant.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's a smart one, isn't he? He's learned so much.
Yeah. Anyway, so we've got all of our let's get the ones that have got the paper inside them.
Those ones there.
And how do you then start stitching them together?
Okay, there are different ways to do it, but the traditional way is whip stitch. So whip stitch. Mm-hmm. So I've taken a length of cotton. Now the length is quite important. I'm just using a white cotton so that you can see. Ideally, you want to use quite a fine thread so that you're less likely to see the threads on the right side. Yeah. But I always take an arm's length.
Right, now when you mean an arm's length, do you mean a full arm's length or to your elbow?
So maybe just, I don't know, just depends on my mood.
Okay.
I know. I probably just go,
like
that. So
To your biceps.
my sleeve.
Yeah,
Yeah, to my sleeve.
Yeah, that's no good if you're wearing a long sleeve, is it?
Yeah, no, that's no good. That would not be long enough. But I think a lot of times you can get into problems with knots and things like that, and that's because your the length of your thread is too long. Some people like to use a thread conditioner or something like that, but personally I don't. So I just put a little knot in the end. See, I remember Sammy does it round a little finger, doesn't she? A funny knot like that, but I do it in a loop.
Have a look, do it again so we can see. Don't wait for them to come into you.
Okay.
There. Right,
so this is my needle here, and that's the end of my thread.
Yeah.
And I make a loop. My friend Claire taught me this. So, and I hold the tail end, wrap it round the needle, pinch it between my fingers quite lightly, and then just pull through.
How funny. Because I do that, just do that
and there's the knot at the end. Well, if you're doing that quite a lot, it's a bit fiddly and you don't always get, it's just quick. It's quick.
Okay. Hello,
As
John
you
and Lucy.
like.
So glad to see you two on together again. You always brighten our morning, Andrew and Hilary.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice. And Patricia, if you're sticking a vase or a bowl in the middle, you'd lose a pretty pattern piece. Use plain instead.
Exactly, Patricia. Good thinking. Yes. So then if this is decorative and you've got your vase there, you're not wasting any of the nice pattern. You've got just the solid colour there.
If you'd made that for me, I wouldn't even put a vase on it.
Would you not?
No.
No. You just treasure it.
I'd have it on the end of
Admire
my
it
bed
every
with that
day.
lovely one I've got at home. Right.
So when you're piecing this together, there are different ways that you can do it. If you were just making a flower, you can just sort of go around, but it's actually much easier to piece in rows and then put the rows together.
Oh, okay.
So your best thing to do is to lay out your design and then do long strips and piece those together.
So when you say long strip, would you do like 4?
Well, whatever your layout, however you're laying them out.
Oh, okay. Oh, like here. So you've done one of 4, one of 3, one of 2. Oh, okay.
And then sew the rows together, because if you're working out, it just starts to get a little bit awkward. Where are you putting this one? Yeah. And you can see quite clearly they are in rows, even though they're making a flower.
Before we do any stitching, don't come with me. Can you have a look at that table? Because these Fassets are brand new today. These Fassets are brand new today. Does it look tidy enough to take a shot of? Okay, so look at these, right? Oh. Look. So the one on the left is the sunshine, and the one on the right is shade. They're both £20 and 95 pence. You get 42 pieces. Look, 42 pieces. Less than 50p a piece, that. And then in the middle, that bundle's about to sell out. And then there's Denyse Schmidt, I'm going to show you in a minute. But I just want you to see those two, because they're both brand new today. Fassett, Lucy's used a bit of both of them. But I mean, by all means, buy one. Excuse me, buy both. They're lovely, aren't they? And what I'm going to do, you start stitching.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you meant. Right, my director, Tim, has just said, John's driving me mad today with all this walking around. We need a new presenter. And then little Paul went, I'll give you a list of names. But no. I realised what you meant, but you can't see me in vision at the moment because I'm just putting these ones up.
They are.
Oh, can you see my hand just coming into shot?
Okay, so
I'm doing Denyse Schmidt now.
I'm going to sew them in rows. So I'm going to take these two first of all and sew these two together.
Yeah.
So I put them right sides together.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to go in under the seam just to hide the knot.
Where's that? What? Hang on, let's have a look. Wait a minute. We need to get close to that.
Okay. So quite close to the corner, but not coming out at the corner. So I'm just going in underneath that seam there, just to bury my knot. And then I'm just going to sew over the edge, just catching the very, very edge of the fabric there.
Right.
So I bring the needle up. And then I'm going back over where I came out when I was burying the knot.
Lots of people multi-buying these two. Are they buying two of the same, Paul, or are they buying two of one of each? Oh, both. I'm busy concentrating at the moment, so I can't listen. I will read out some names in a minute when I've done Denyse Schmidt.
So
she hasn't bought anything.
Okay. I like to use quite a long needle.
Yeah.
It's really just down to personal preference, but if you can use a fine needle,
Would that be a sharp then?
It just makes it easier. Actually, I use milliner's needles.
Oh, okay, very long needles.
Which are very long needles.
I always used to use the between when I did lots of handstone.
Yeah.
I've got loads of messages. I'll be with you in a second to read them out. I've just got to do Denyse Schmidt. Pride of what's it?
Betweens are the very small ones. I mean, it's just up to you, but I find I just can grab it easier. And obviously I do applique and other things as well.
Yeah.
And quilting, and I've just got used to using a longer needle. So you just want to be trying. You're not going through the paper.
Yeah.
So you're literally just catching the two fabrics at the very, very edge, and you'll feel if you go through the paper, obviously, because they'll be a bit more resistant.
Because you're going to take the paper out, are you, afterwards?
You take the paper out afterwards, yes, and I'll show that as well, because I know some
Good.
people worry about that with the glue.
Yeah. They worry about you, Lucy, more than that.
They should.
So this is the kind of job, once you've glued it, because you could glue them all, couldn't you? And then you could, I might get into shot here if I do this. But then you could take all those, if you've got a train journey or something to do or going away,
yes,
not driving the car, obviously, but a car journey,
yes,
you could just sit and do them all while you're watching the telly. You could just sit in front of the telly doing this.
Absolutely, yeah. And I like to prepare my pieces so that, yeah, exactly, I can take them with me. I mean, I've glue basted on a train, but it is nice to have them prepped, and I tend to do it all in one go. So I'll find out how many I need for the project, sit and just glue base them all, and it will stay. It's not a permanent glue by any means, but it stays stuck for long enough that as I'm working on my project.
But it's not going to affect it's not going to be stiff or sticky?
No, not at all, no. So when I get to the end, I do the final stitch, which is in the corner.
Yeah.
There. And then I like to come up and just go through the loop to make a knot. And then just because I like being really secure, I might just do a couple of little stitches just to make that really secure. Now, if I'm working with smaller pieces, what I would do at this point is, because my next one that I'm going to attach is this one here. So what I might do is travel in along the seam to get me down to the point where I'm going to sew it to this one. So we'll have a look at the patterns in the book, but some of them are very small. And if that was the case, I would just do a running stitch through that seam to get me down to here. Yeah. Here. Yeah. And then stitch across there.
You're doing very well without me there, Lucy.
Thank you. When it's this sort of a size, it's more wasteful and would take more time than is worth to travel through the seam. I would just trim that off then and start again on the next seam. But I will just show you how to do it.
Before you do that, yes. Have a look at Denyse Schmidt, because you've only used one of her hexes, haven't you?
I did in the.
But you could have 75 of them. She had 75 to choose from, look. Again, less than 40p a piece. Denyse Schmidt grew up in Massachusetts. Oh, her parents sewed a lot of her clothes. Can you tell I'm being fed this? Her parents sewed a lot of clothes while she was little. And she studied graphic design at Rhode Island School. And chickens come from there, don't they? Rhode Island chicken.
I don't know.
Look at the gorgeous colours you get in there. 75 of them, 100% cotton, from Free Spirit, $29.95. You can't go wrong. There's 75 different coloured squares. Right.
She is. I was very impressed with your knowledge then. She is one of my favourite.
Little Paul was reading it.
She's one of my very favourite designers.
Oh, is she?
She has exquisite taste, and the colours in this are so, so beautiful.
Look.
I mean, you can see it, but even in real life, they're even more vivid, aren't
yes,
they?
Yes,
they're
completely.
really,
that's
really
the upstairs
beautiful.
camera.
Yeah, they're beautiful, beautiful colours, and I really
Amazing.
admire her selection.
Yes.
I think it's gorgeous.
Thing is, something like that, I just want... well, I did like the Fassett ones. You just want to keep them sort of thing, don't you? I mean, doing something like this is ideal because you can see them every day.
Yes, and I think... And this is such a great size as well. These hexagons are a lovely size.
4 3/4 inches.
Yeah. And if you're a beginner, it's a good size to start working with rather than something fiddly.
Gerardine. Now, Gerardine knows my brother.
Oh,
yeah, she works in the same hospital as mine. Because I was joking, going, oh, my old brother. She went, yeah, I know your brother. I work with him. It's like, oh, okay. Morning, my favourite duo. I've missed you. I'm not moving from this couch until the show is finished. Love the tips. Lots of love, Gerardine and St Helens.
Hi, Gerardine.
Oh, so she wants tips. Come on, show her what you've only sewn
Oh,
together.
okay. Sorry. So if I'm travelling...
Good morning, John and Lucy. Great to see you back again. Remember making Hexies as a young girl? That's from Karen in Staffordshire.
Oh, Karen, that's lovely.
Another one. God, blimey, Lucy. You should go away for a long time again in the future.
Thanks very much.
Put the design into a... Oh, Lorraine. Could put the design onto dining back chair covers.
Beautiful.
Wouldn't that be lovely?
Yeah, that would be really beautiful.
I used to have some fabric cover chairs. I got them from Habitat back in the day. And you could buy different coloured ones.
Yes.
And then one season they did pink sari ones, like fabrics. And you just pull them on and one touch fasten them at the back and everything. Yeah. But the cats loved the sari ones. They were like,
oh,
like
no.
that. Anyway,
that's
got
awful.
wooden ones.
No, but you could, and they're very elegant, actually. You know, they're modern and vibrant, but they're definitely elegant.
No,
they look lovely on a chair.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Well, there's so many things you could use them for, isn't there?
Yes,
I've
absolutely.
got to cover my godson's piano stool. He's just finished his music A-level. He's got a scholarship to go to university.
Fantastic.
And he needs a new piano stool cover. And every fabric we do, I go, oh, I'll make it out of
That'll
that.
be nice,
I'll
yeah.
make it out of that. I'm not going to make it.
You'll have to do some patchwork, and then you can use them all.
I know.
That's the nice thing. You get to use them all. So I'll show you. Just going in the seam, it really is just a simple running stitch. So I've finished here. I did a little knot and I did a couple of little stitches.
Yeah.
And then I just literally go in, and without going through the paper, and even though I've glued this, I can do that.
Yeah.
And
so
just
the glue disappears, does it, in the end?
Ultimately,
yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Because then I have to be. Oh, are you going the whole length?
Yes, well, I'm just saying, if I was to travel, I wouldn't do it on ones this size because it's a bit wasteful.
Travel to the next
but
one.
if they were smaller, yes, then I would just do this, you know, and then I can come out in the corner there, so I'm ready to sew my well, I'd keep going, but wherever I've got to get to.
So rather than finishing off, you travel.
So rather than finishing off, so especially if you've got a lot of stop and starts, you know, if you're sewing rows and you're doing a lot, you know, if they were smaller, you might as well just travel and save yourself.
Exactly. Right, now the graphics there are for the Fassett Sunshine Hexagon bundle. £20.95, 42 pieces, brand spanking new today. That's the red one on the table over there. Oh, red one, red one. Yeah. Okay. There you go. So that's the red one there. You get 42 pieces, 4 3/4 inches in size, 12 centimetres each, for £20.95. And then the shade one is the other one that's over there, also £20. Now the shade is the most popular so far. That you do surprise me. I mean, they're both gorgeous, but the shade is the more popular. Oh, I've got to take that fabric bundle away because that fabric bundle's sold out now. So I've only got the Hexies left in this hour. So I've got the Hexies in shade, the Hexies in sunshine. They're all spread out now, so you can see any of them at any time you want. The Hexies in the Denyse Schmidt. And then I will go through the book in a minute. You're just saying the same thing.
I'm just doing exactly
let's go
the
through
same
the book
thing,
then.
yes.
Let's just go through the book. Happy Hexies by Boutique Shah. 12 hand-pieced hexagon projects to stitch and to love. Do you know what's not even a £1 a project? Is it really, if you think about it like that? Well, that is their name, Boutique Shah. Oh, there's me. Oh, never mind, I do apologise. So, contents. What you'll need. Hexies basics. And then the projects are fantastic. These are all, they're really nice. We haven't even started the projects yet. How to finish everything off. How to select a needle. You see what I mean? All that. Then here we go, projects. So the first one is a graphic. Did I miss a page there? Graphic flower mini tote and pouch. Made out of Hexies, remember? And then look at the intricate detail of how you put it together. Really good instructions there. Look, we're still on the same project. We're still on the same project. Now, would you say these were beginner or intermediate projects, these, do you reckon?
Either, because the instructions are incredibly thorough. Yeah. But I think it's nice, even for somebody that's been doing it, you know, for some time, to have all these different ideas and ways of putting things together. And you could, for example, you know, if you wanted to take that one and make it a quilt block, you know, have that design, just because that one's done on a bag. You know, you could put that in a quilt if you wanted to. So it's got lots of and all the
to me, that one.
Yeah, it does. I think it's the colours as well.
Yes.
But all the templates are in there as well. So you just have to photocopy the templates and then.
Oh, I see. So these are the templates. Oh.
So those are the templates there. So yeah, that would work.
Yeah. How big's that one then?
And then what I would do is I would photocopy this.
Yes.
And then I would probably, you know, draw around them, or, you know, so I could get quite a few on a page, and then I would photocopy that.
Right.
Do you see what I mean? So you're not just copying this page off and only getting one.
Yes.
Because obviously you'll need a lot.
Oh,
well, not
it
too
doesn't
many.
look so Union Jackie when you see it like that, but that'd make a lovely block, wouldn't it, you see?
Yes.
Okay, I'll just quickly go through. Tea for two, cosy and matte set.
Adorable.
Isn't it?
So sweet.
It's really funny because I said the other day, how many people use a tea cozy these days? And Mike, Ginger Mike does. You know, Ginger Mike
well, and it's nice to have them in your kitchen, even if you're not using them. But can you see what I mean about having these all be the same gives you sort of a focus rather than it being too busy. So you could use the solids in there. You know,
Very nice. And have Kaffe all going around the outside.
Yes.
That'd be lovely.
Yeah.
All the templates. And fantastic, aren't they? Really, really good there. Vintage. Now, some of these you need to see that one there. That's got a nice big fussy cutting hexi pillow there. Some of them are too small to use the Hexies for, but most of those you could use our Hexies for.
Well, yes, but you can still use them. You'd just be cutting. You can do all of the projects in there with these, but you would just be cutting them out. But what's really nice as well about that book that I noticed was that all of the projects are finished differently. So it's not like, oh, here, you know, you end it and you do it exactly the same.
Yes.
In all of the projects, she's got a slightly different way of finishing it. So it really does, you know, if you somebody who sews a lot, it can still give you new ideas about how to finish off your project. So whether it be applique, whether it be turning through, or different. She does one mat where she just has some solid fabric at the edges, and I've not seen that before.
Okay.
So it's really nice to...
Now, you're presuming she's a she, Boutique Shah?
I was.
I thought it was a group of people.
Oh, maybe it's a group of people.
Right, now, Kate Fassett is selling extremely well. Both very popular. I'm trying to come with... Are you all right stitching
yes.
there? Come with me. We'll go through these, because they're lovely, aren't they? So this is shade, this one on this side here. Again, now you see all these lovely fabrics. You get all of these. There are 42 pieces in here. Some are singular pieces, some are repeated twice. £20 and 95 This is all here. Here. You get the birds, you get the lovely fans, you get Hannah's favourite, the fans over there. You get little Paul's favourite, the can-cans. Can ladies there. I love the birds. This is the... Remember when we did that Kaffe quilt? That's the backing to the Kaffe quilt. Do you remember? But a really, really big version that he put on the back of that. So this, £20 and 95 And then this one, that's shade. And this one is sunshine. Now, lots of people, like Lucy did, she didn't have to buy hers, obviously, but mix and match. They bought one of these, one of these. Lots of people multi-buying for each one. There's the Can girls. There were a couple of Can girls in this one, I thought, weren't there? Oh, yeah, that yellow and the coral there. This one's beautiful. That's like an under the sea painting, that one. Under the sea. That one. Do you sing that one to your kids? Under the sea. No?
Not as well as that.
You frighten the life out of the children. You suddenly start singing like that, wouldn't you? £20 and 95 So they're the two Kaffe bundles of Hexies. There's also the Denyse Schmidt. Have a look at the Denyse Schmidt. She's incredible, she is. The colours she's picked there. You can see, look at that. She's the graphic design background. Little Paul keeps going on about, you can see a graphic design background. It's just a way she can choose colours. I think that's not something you learn, is it? That's something that's inbred into you. £29.95. Right.
So I'm just finishing off this one.
Oh, I've got some information about Boutique Shah, apparently.
Okay.
Is it coming up here, or are you going to tell me? A leading craft publisher, somebody's come to tell him, leading craft publisher, who, in Japan.
Ah.
Okay, so it is a she. I thought it was a shop. I thought it was a group of people, Boutique Shah. So, you know, like, you get lots of people.
Okay, don't dig yourself a hole.
I'm well and truly in my hole. There's no way I can dig myself out of my hole now.
True. Okay.
Right.
So that's my next row, if I was to do it like this.
Yeah.
So now I've got to put those ones together. And I think this is the point where, if you've not done it before, it can seem a little bit daunting.
Okay, then.
Because it's not as straightforward as putting the two together.
Have you seen how many people have bought which one's this one? This is the shade one, right? This is the bluey green one. Oh, Geraldine got one. Geraldine, hello, my love. Wendy, Diane, Carol, Rabina, Doreen. Oh, that's a nice name. Oh, look, Doreen is followed by Dorance. That's nice, isn't it? Eileen, Keith, Shirley, Olivia. Lots of multi-bags here. Joan, Pauline, Tessa, Margarita, Mary, Gillian, Sylvia, Penny. Two Sylvias, Sylvia in East Sussex and Sylvia in Gloucestershire. Angela, Diana, Christine, Carol, Jill, Sheila, a collector, no name. And then people haven't put some people, Sue, Claudia, Christine, Stephanie, and collector in Scotland. You need to check out your basket. Remember, it's 1p&p. So if you know you definitely want these, check out your baskets. Because you only pay 1p&p at the end of the day. Even if you came in and you bought the shade, right, and you checked out your basket, and then you went, oh, I really want the sunshine as well. Come back in, buy the sunshine, check it out. At the end of the day, you'll only pay one postage packaging. Right, go on then, show us the intricate bit.
Okay, so you can just keep sewing all your rows, or you can sew them together as you're doing it, however you wish. It really doesn't matter. So I always like to lay it out to check I'm getting them the right way, because it is very easy to sew it, you know, to move it as you're picking them up and put them the wrong way. Yeah. Would you prefer it that way?
No, it's nicer that way.
Thank you.
Where you were the first time.
Oh, do you want it over there?
No, I'm just checking. No, you were right the first time.
Thank you. With the little bird flying away from the flowers. So you need to think about which seam, you know, where you're going to start and which two need to be together. And then you just concentrate on the one that you're sewing. Okay. So you don't worry about the next one.
So don't worry the others look like they're going in the wrong direction.
No, they should look like they're going in the wrong direction.
Yeah. Angela, morning, John and Lucy. Loving you, the two of you together again. I'm supposed to be getting ready to go out, but you're so entertaining. Lots of Angela.
Oh, it doesn't matter if you're late, Angela. It's fine.
No, exactly. Unless it's the dentist. Don't be late for the dentist.
No, don't. They don't let you. They don't let you in. You have to make another
Julie,
appointment.
I always use a teapot.
There you go.
And a cosy. Tea tastes much nicer in a pot, and it looks great. Have lots. That's Julie.
Lovely.
Well, I would, but I don't drink tea.
I made one for my nan. I made a tea cosy for my nan.
Oh, did you?
Yes. Hello, Nan.
Is she watching?
Yeah, she might be.
Oh.
She said she was going to.
Just got home after taking my young grandson to school to find my favourite couple on Sewing Quarter. Are you watching yesterday's? Housework will just have to wait. That says Kat. I know. That's from Kat. Nicola. I bought this book for my mum, and I've got her into Hexagon sewing. That's nice. So that's Nicola, posh Nicola from Oxfordshire, that is.
Yeah, so you have to spread the Hexi love. I've got a couple of people started as well.
Have you?
Yeah, I have. It's lovely. It's just such a lovely, you know, it's lovely to be able to take it with you. It's lovely, you know, that you can just sit and relax with it at the end of the day, and it's not noisy. You know, it's much more sociable, because you can be having a conversation while you're doing it. It's not a noisy sewing machine going on.
And you can, and then at the end, you get the dramatic finish at the end, don't you?
You do. And it's, you know, it's slow sewing. But that's the joy, you know, that is part of the joy, that just, it
But
takes
that's like,
time.
I tell this story all the time. When I used to work at the Royal Ballet, I'd be the only one that wanted to bead all the bodices. You know what I mean? With the bead, when we had bejeweled bodices, because you have to do them one at a time. You can't do you can't sew one, then go. They can't travel like you can on a ballet costume. Because if, say, a dancer's dancing, right? I'll just explain this, and she's got all beads all down. When I did Swan Lake, and she's got all beads down the front here. Right. So imagine you're the ballet dancer, and I'm going to lift you, right? And I put my hands around like that and knock a bead off.
Yeah.
If they were all threaded
Connected,
together,
it would all come off.
and then they can sue, the dancer can sue the person who made the costume.
Oh dear.
So you have to not, so if one did fall off, it would just be one bead falling off rather than a whole
So
string
it's
of them.
all individually.
Oh, and I used to sit, this shows how long ago it was. I watched Brideshead Revisited the first time round, and I was telly about that big, and I'd be sitting there like,
Oh my God.
but you get used to it, you can do it
Take
without looking.
hours
can't
and
you?
hours. Yeah, you
I loved
can,
it,
also
though.
when you've been doing it for a long
A
time.
lot of the wedding dresses I made were beaded as well.
Were they beautiful?
Oh, we had a couple of pictures sent in. These are Hexies.
Oh, lovely.
Oh, let's have a look. Oh, that's not Hexi, it's gorgeous.
That is gorgeous. Wow.
That's from Josie. Oh, Josie, that's lovely.
The colours are fantastic.
All right, and then the next one.
Oh,
Oh, that's a Hexi quilt. Oh, my word, that's enormous.
Beautiful.
Yeah, you're more worried about it. That's Siamese, that cat, isn't it?
That's
Looks Siamese.
beautiful. Oh, yeah, I know. I noticed the cat before the quilt. That's terrible, isn't it? That's a beautiful quilt, though. I wonder if that's being hand quilted.
That's lovely, isn't it? God, that's huge.
Yeah.
Now, they're Hexies. Now, she's got summer and shade in there as well, doesn't she?
Yeah, it's lovely how the way that she's mixed,
Very
gone
nice.
through. Beautiful.
That must take forever, though, that one, mustn't it?
Well, it does. It takes time, but you do a little bit every day, or just where you can pick it up and put it down, and that's fine.
Yeah.
And you just take your time over it.
It's not a
race.
No, it's not a race, but I'm a bit like if I start a project, I like to finish it. I don't like to go to the cupboard and think, I've got 12 to finish.
I wish I was like that,
Well,
but
yeah,
I am
how
not
are my
like
4
that.
quilts coming on?
Oh, marvellously, yes.
That's fine. We've not had much else to do, have you, really?
No.
So you've done that first. Okay.
So I've done the first
okay,
one.
so that was the first one. Sorry, we're not concentrating. That was the first one. That's the first one that we showed here. Then that one's stitched over, so then you fold it back that way. But then, how do you bend that one
Yes,
that
so
way?
you have to bend it because you're sewing this one to here.
Yeah.
And so I like to just tuck my finger in there and try and get this one in half.
Right.
As much as I possibly
But
can.
don't
worry
press
about
it.
what that's
Yeah.
doing. Yes, don't press. I mean, if you do press it, you can just press it out at
Yeah.
the end. It doesn't really matter. But it's much easier if you can get that as close to being in half as possible.
Yeah.
But yes, you're not pressing it. And then you just work from there. And I did that little knot where I put the needle through the loop as I ended there. And sometimes if I'm sewing quite a long seam, I've just got myself in a fuddle. There we go. If I'm sewing a long seam, I might do that sort of halfway through or something, just so, like you said, if a stitch comes loose or it gets torn a little bit, it's not going to go the whole length of the seam.
That's like your ballet dancer
Exactly,
bit.
yeah. So just to protect it. And if you've ever unpicked any hand sewn, which I have had to unpick,
Really?
English paper piecing, yes, but if I'm not concentrating, I've sewn the wrong bit to the wrong bit, and then you have to unpick it. If you haven't...
Because your children wanted feeding
or
something like that.
Yes, those pesky kids. So if you haven't done a little knot, you just go through the whole thing, too easily, really. So I will sometimes do that if I'm doing... Like if I'm hand piecing, I do a little back stitch to secure it. It's the same thing.
Now, remember the Hexies that Lucy's using, the patterned ones are by Kaffe Fassett. The shade is the bluey green one. That's the most popular one so far, is the shade. There you go. That's the one on the right is shade. And the one on the left is sunshine. It's beautiful. The details are at the bottom of your screen there. They're both £20.95. You get 42 pieces in there. And they're Kaffe Fassett. What more can I say? Fabulous quality, beautiful colours. Lots of people buying a couple of each. A couple of in the same colour or buying one of each. Don't blame me, it's lovely. And I've got Denyse Schmidt. And this always sells well. Denyse Schmidt in the solid colours. You get 75 Hexies. Now, they're the same size, aren't they? Nice, aren't they? Look at that, 70. Amy and Emma are going to have a whale of a time trying to fold all those up in the break, aren't they? Oh, no, these are yours anyway, aren't they?
And you've got, and if you have got quite a few yellows in there, so if you wanted to be traditional, but give it a more modern look and make, you know, flowers out of the solid colours, you can use those yellows in the centres, or you can pick a different colour if you wanted to, do something different, or any of, you know, there are other arrangements, not all about flowers.
I mean, yeah, I
there
just
are
put
other
them all
things
out.
you can
You
do.
might not want to use all of them in one project. You might, like you've just used one in this project here. So it might be like, oh, I need a solid colour for the centre of there. Or, I suppose what you could have done is put solids all round the edge of here, couldn't you? All of those could have been a solid, to create a frame of solid colour around the edge.
Yeah, could do. And that, there's, you know, I easily could have got a couple of, you know, I could have done more projects, obviously.
Yes.
You know, from the book, even just with one, you'd be able to do a couple of different things with it. And then you can, you know, obviously you can cut your own from fabrics if you wanted to, you know, if you got hold of the bundle and you wanted to do some Hexies from that as well, you can put those colours in there too, so. I'm not concentrating on what I'm doing now. It's probably stitching's probably awful.
Tim said earlier when I said that when you make mistakes and everything, he went, yes, because you're talking to her. And I was like, I'm not in your house when you're making them. But you know.
No, but other people are talking to me.
Really? There's no vow of silence in your house.
Sometimes people talk to me. Well, I do sew in silence. I like sewing in silence.
No, 101 days of it.
101 days of it, yeah. I'm on 77, I think.
Is that where you just go away and have a quiet few minutes to yourself and sew on your own?
Yeah, I mean, quite often it's when everybody else has gone to bed. That's generally when it is. But sometimes in the morning, or if the kids are at school, I might do it during the day. But I just make time to sit with no... There's so many distractions, isn't there? You know, so it's just nice sometimes just to have some quiet.
You see, my Norman, he wouldn't let me do this. He'd have to be sitting in the mid. Norman's a cat, by the way.
Yes, my cat sits. She sits on my lap.
But isn't it funny how they just want to go? Like if you're working on the computer, he wants to sit here. If you're reading a book, they want to sit right there.
In your way, yeah. I was making a quilt, so obviously I had the sewing machine, and the quilt's going through, and it's coming to the end, and she just came and sat on the bit that had gone through the machine and just sat like that. I'm going, Amber, I'm actually quilting this right now.
And you spoke to her like that. Amber, yes,
I'm actually quilting.
My neighbours think it's hysterical because I leave my back door open the whole time. And I chat away to Norman and Ellie the whole time, and they come over to make sure I'm all right because I'm busy. I thought, what have you done? What have you done? And so the neighbours come running over. That'd be little Chris from the Chipping Camden Lady Quilters. And they had all the lady quilters. She had all the lady quilters round at her house the other day. They get invited round.
Oh, what a shame!
I was in my pyjamas, mind you.
Yeah, they don't want you going in your pyjamas. So you just keep going like that, and then fold.
Time's nearly up.
Just keep folding each one. But I think it's easier if you just put your finger and tuck it that way, rather than trying to manipulate it with the papers in.
This is a different Sonia. This isn't our Son. This is Sonia from Lancashire. Hello, guys. Love the programme so much. I hope to see more quilting demonstrations. As a first-time quilter, thank you for the tips and the fabrics. Love, Sonia.
Fantastic. Glad to hear you started, Sonia.
Well, we're doing quilting all day today because in a minute, Jayne's coming back to do more quilting. She's doing a table runner. And then you're coming back in your last hour to quilt a table runner.
Yes, I am.
But the thing is, it doesn't matter what you make out of them, does it? It's the techniques and everything of how you do it.
Yes, and that's what I love showing. So I'll quickly just take the paper out.
You have to be very quick.
Now, obviously, if you're sewing, you want to make sure you've sewn all the pieces around the edge. So you never take your papers out unless you finish sewing all the way around. Because if I take that out and I wanted to sew one here, I can't do it if I've taken the paper out.
But you can take that out if you're going to mount it on here like this.
Yes, well, at the very end, when you've finished, then you can take them all out.
So if that was your finished shape that you were going to place onto a plain fabric, you'd take them all out.
And if I was doing a very big one, I might, as I'm going along, remove some of them to help with the bulk of it. But I want whatever one, I just don't take them out from the edge, is what I'm saying.
Right, have a quick look at Denyse Schmidt while we're over this side. There are, how many pieces? 75 pieces here. Less than 40p a piece, that. Gorgeous fabric, really, really good quality cottons, those. And look at the colours, and look at the vibe. And you just get one of everything there. £29.95.
And there's so many different colours, because there's one of each colour. There's no duplicates in that one.
No duplicates at all. No duplicates.
So you're getting all of this. So as I'm taking this out, I'm just literally just peeling it from the edge.
And then that. Hang on. There you go.
There we go.
Oh, you can use that again.
So I've just peeled it up. Yes, and then you can use your paper.
But then what do you do with these edges here?
Well, if I'm going to applique, which I did there, so I just pressed them back. So I just, using the iron,
Yes.
just press the edges over.
That's not a hint for you
like
to get it
that.
out, is
no,
it?
No, no,
Oh, good.
So I just pressed them like that, and then pinned it down on top of the solid fabric. And then with this one, what I did, and this is in the book.
Yeah.
There's a runner. It's not this pattern, but she uses similar thing. So I made the back part first. So 2 things right sides together with some wadding in between.
Yeah.
Left a gap.
Oh,
sewed all
bagged
the way
it through.
around. Bagged it through. Then put this on the top.
Oh, so you've got no
pinned
binding
it.
around the edge.
So as I'm top stitching, I'm actually quilting. So you can see there. So that's
It's a
my
different colour on that one.
yeah. That's my top stitching.
Yeah.
Is actually quilting because I pinned it, and then this is quilting around the hexagon and around there.
Right, now the fabrics on the other side that Lucy's used here, these are Fassett. There's the Fassett Sunshine and the Fassett Shade. The Sunshine is the bright red one on the left-hand side at £20.95. Brand spanking new today. Don't miss out by leaving them in the basket, because what happens is if other people check out before you do, they will get them. That's the point. So the one on the left-hand side is Sunshine. The one on the right-hand side is Shade. They're 4 3/4 inches in size, 42 in each bundle for £20.95. If you're into Hexes, these are a fantastic, fantastic, fantastic buy. Okay, so you're back in an hour showing us a jewel technique, I believe it's called, isn't it?
No, I think the jewel is the
Colours.
colours
The
of
colours.
the fabric.
Which, of course,
yeah.
she's used different colours than we've got again this time, but that's fine. Jayne's up next with a monochrome, a really, really lovely monochrome runner. So don't go anywhere. I'm going to have my fruit now. And we will see you in 3 minutes from now. Join us on Facebook. Simply search for The Sewing Quarter and like our page for the latest news and more.
There are many different ways you can buy from us here at The Sewing Quarter. You can order from us by calling our free phone number at 0800 112 4433 and talk to the team at our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, there are other ways you can buy from us. You can go online and shop through our website at www.sewingquarter.com. You can even watch the show there and shop as you go. You can check out as many times as you like throughout the day and only pay a small fee of £2.95 postage and packaging for the whole day. We also offer a 30-day money-back guarantee on all products excluding custom cut fabric. Our friendly UK-based team will help guide you through every step.
The Sewing Quarter website is simple and easy to use. You can view a live broadcast of the show on our homepage. Get instant access to our online shop, which has a wide range of wonderful products for you to choose from. You can also enjoy a selection of projects and guides which we have on offer to help you enhance your skills and gain valuable tips. Watch the live shows and you can buy the product which is currently being shown on air. You can even message the studio to ask our presenters or team any questions you might have. Below, you'll find all the products from today's show for you to look at and purchase. On the right of the screen, next to today's products, you will find our simple program guide listing all upcoming shows. So, join us today at sewingquarter.com. When you spend £10 on your first purchase, you will receive this free sewing kit from the Sewing Quarter worth £14.99.
Tune in on Thursday the 22nd of June when talented dressmaker Jennifer Taylor will be dropping in to share with us her sewing secrets. Jennifer's debut book, Girl with a Sewing Machine, is packed with tips, guides, inspiration on all things sewing. Following a successful launch last month, Jennifer returns to give Sewing Quarter viewers an exclusive look at her favourite projects from the book and plenty of advice on how to get more from your sewing machine. We'll also be giving you the chance to get your hands on a signed copy. So join us and the Girl with the Sewing Machine for a fun-filled technique tuning hour on Thursday the 22nd of June at 8 a.m. Only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78. Follow us on Pinterest. Search for our Sewing Quarter page and follow us to discover sewing work we create and love.
The Sewing Quarter website is simple and easy to use. You can view a live broadcast of the show on our homepage. Get instant access to our online shop, which has a wide range of wonderful products for you to choose from. You can also enjoy a selection of projects and guides which we have on offer to help you enhance your skills and gain valuable tips. Watch the live shows and you can buy the product which is currently being shown on air. You can even message the studio to ask our presenters or team any questions you might have. Below, you'll find all the products from today's show for you to look at and purchase. On the right of the screen, next to today's products, you will find our simple program guide listing all upcoming shows. So, join us today at sewingquarter.com. Okay, I don't know how that happened. I do apologise. I must have knocked it against the desk or something. It hadn't come out. It wasn't unplugged. It was switched off. It's really weird. It must have leant against the table or something. Anyway, don't owe John me like that. I'll just put that over here. I was saying alone. I was saying monochrome never goes out of fashion, does it? Jayne's going to show us how to create that lovely bundle. Here we go. Have a look at this. Got a lovely bundles put together. This is the monochrome one here. Now, I know I've got to look at this. 7 meters of fabric, right? 7 meters of fabric. I've got a piece of paper in front of me so I can tell you exactly how much. So you get 2.5 meters of the black. You get half a meter of the heron. You get 1 meter of the black background with hexagons there. You get half a meter of the monochrome with text. And you get 1 meter of the ones with squares on there. Okay, that's that one. Then I'm going to move on to this one. This is called the neutral one here. I'm sorry I've got to use paper, but it all changed before we came on air, so I need to just better tell you what you're getting. So what you get here is in the ecru, you get half a meter. That's this one. Oh, hang on. Remember, you get 7 meters of fabric. And you get, I haven't told you about this, right? You get half a meter of the ecru. You get 1 meter of the chocolate. You've got 1.5 meters of the spot-on stone, which is that one there. You get half a meter of the vanilla, which is this one here, the spectrum fabric. And you get 1 meter of the sand. So you get in total 7 meters of fabric there. And the booklet and the thread for £85.95. 7 meters of fabric. And then last bundle here, there it is on the still. So you get the spot-on baby pink. Excuse me. The spot-on baby pink, excuse me, you get 1 meter. The linear texture fabric, you get half a meter. The spot-on raspberry, you get 1.5 meters. The magenta, you get half a meter. The Joel Dewberry Cumulus fabric, you get 1 meter. And then the spectrum solid here, you get 2.5 meters. My word. And you get the thread, and you get this fabulous, fabulous booklet here to create all these different designs. Now, I'll take that over with me, because Jayne's back. Now, you feel it. Did you have a nice break? I'll just get rid of that, because that's my last hour, Amy. That's this one. I'll just put this behind us because it's
Just be careful of the pins.
Oh, it's got pins in it. Are they straight pins or are they safety pins?
They're straight ones. I didn't quite get the binding sewed
No,
on,
that's
so-
all right. Don't wait. There's so... Oh, it's huge. It's
It
much
is.
bigger than you think it's going to be. Right. There we go. That is incredible. It's very striking, isn't it?
It's lovely, isn't it?
And you've got so much fabric as well.
Yes, it's lovely.
7 metres. Now, I would put that on the end of my bed, I think.
Yes, I think it's supposed to be a bed runner.
Yeah, we were told it was a table runner, but it's not.
Yeah.
Oh, mine. Oh, yes, there it is. There it is.
Yes.
There it is. I'll leave the booklet there. So you get the booklet in the kit, remember? You do get the booklet in the kit. So we called this one the Top It Off Bed Runner. But you could use this block, excuse me, you could use this block for many, many different things, couldn't you?
Yes, definitely. I mean, it would make a nice quilt pattern as well. You know, you could make it in rows and it would make a lovely quilt. So you could make it bigger or smaller because it could make a nice cushion.
It's still on. Okay. It's still on. The aircon's still on. Right. Sorry, Jane. Sorry.
That's okay.
I just need to take a slurp of my water because I've got a frog inside. Let's have a look at this block and then we'll get Jane to show us how we created it. There you go.
So,
excuse me. Now you're using the natural. You've used the natural.
yes.
The neutral one to make this.
For this one.
Now it looks quite complicated.
It isn't actually. It's quite straightforward.
Oh, okay.
It goes together quite quickly, and it's a nice pattern. It's
But
lovely.
it looks like there's lots of corners.
It looks like there's lots of pieces in it, doesn't
Yes,
it?
and
there
lots
isn't.
of matching of
up, yes.
corners, like there, you know what I mean?
Yes.
But it's quite dramatic. It's got that kind of, not infinity, what's the word I'm looking for? You know, kind of where it looks
Yes,
like it's
it's going in.
perspective,
Yes, going inwards. Yeah.
So in the book, it tells you everything, in the booklet, it tells you everything you need to cut out.
Everything you need to cut out, again, it's got lovely, clear instructions.
Did you have enough, I mean, was there more than enough fabric in it?
Plenty fabric, absolutely. You probably, for this pattern, there's a pattern for the cushion sham as well.
Oh, okay.
And you would probably have enough to do this pattern and the cushion sham with the fabric that you've got in there.
Cushion what, sham?
Sham, cover, cushion cover.
Is that a Staffordshire?
I don't know. It's one. My ladies use the word cushion sham quite a lot, and this is called a pillow sham as well. So
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if it's an American word or not.
I've never come across that before. Now, you can choose, even though you've got different amounts of the fabric, you can sort of choose which fabric goes where.
How
can't
you want it. I chose to alternate the two fabrics in the middle, so not to have the same one. And I didn't go with the plain. I chose the print fabric to go around there just to give it a bit of a different look.
Right, we have to be very careful of that because it's still got pins in it, you see. So
Yes,
that's fine.
I didn't
Right.
quite get the binding sewed on.
No, don't. It's not your. Don't worry at all. There's a lot to do. It's my fault. It's my fault. So where do we start then?
We start by cutting your centre square.
You need the iron out.
Yes.
I'll get it out now while you're
Please.
talking.
So you start by cutting your centre square.
Yeah.
And all the instructions are here, all the cutting instructions are there. So the centre square, you cut an 8.5 inch strip and then you subcut that up into 6 inch pieces. So you've got a 6.5 by 8.5 inch rectangle. It's not a square, it's a rectangle.
I've had a lovely message from Emma in Cornwall. Sorry, Emma. John reminds me of the wardrobe staff I met when my husband worked backstage at the English National Opera in the 1970s. I love the wit and the enthusiasm. Thank you, Emma. Do you know what was my favourite job working in theatre? Well, no, apart from this one. It was my favourite job, but it doesn't pay enough money. You can't live on theatre money these days, can you?
So with the contrasting fabric, I've chosen the lovely creamy latte colour here.
I don't know what they call it. It looks like a latte.
Yeah,
is it latte
it is.
called? It's just checking now. Anyway.
For what on this one is the white, so I've chosen that one. Again, all the cutting instructions are there. Biscuit.
So hang on. I see. So we're just making that square, like oblong there in the middle. Yeah.
So the first thing to do is to sew those top and bottom onto there.
Now I'm worried about little mic on cameras because they haven't been to turn the aircon off, have they? Are you sure you're all right? Do you want to borrow my jumper? I haven't got one anyway. I'm not giving you this shirt, I'm afraid. It wouldn't go round you, would it? Da, 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 da. Someone, let's concentrate on some sewing, please.
So just sewing the top and bottom strip onto the rectangle in the first instance.
There was a programme on telly last night, wasn't it, about all these celebrities doing the full Monty for charity, right? And I was thinking, I couldn't do that. Take all your clothes off in front of thousands of people. So, what, do you want me to press that for you?
Yeah, it needs to be pressed.
Oh,
so
you can do it. You can do it then.
We want to press it so that the seam comes into the rectangle.
Right. Is there any reason for that?
It will become clear later because when we do the next piece, the seam goes the opposite way, and that helps you get this nice join in. So, if you have that fabric upwards, when you press it, away, it will automatically go behind. So I always think if I need it to go underneath, I have the fabric I want to go underneath on the top.
Excellent. This is called the Au Naturel Bed Runner Kit. You get 7 meters of fabric, you get the booklet, and you get the thread. I think it's two. You get 2 reels of thread, look.
Yes, you do.
And, oh, and you get the wadding. And you get the wadding. 2 lots of wadding. So there's only one on the table. You get 2 lots of wadding. The little booklet, which has got more than this project in, I'll go through it in a minute, and 7 meters of fabric for $85.95. And then the other one, the pink one, which is at the bottom there, $92.95, that one. £92.95, the pink one.
Now, to get these strips down here, you don't cut a strip in a little square.
Oh, okay.
What you've got is a long piece.
Right.
And then 2 long, narrower strips that you sew to the top and the bottom of there.
Right. Oh, I see. I see what you're going to do. Which that doesn't waft off. Oh, there it goes.
So we just sew that.
So again, you're using a 1/4 inch seam allowance.
Yes, 1/4 inch seam allowance all the way through.
The thing is, with 7 meters of fabric, you could do so much. You could do so much with it, couldn't you? As in,
definitely.
Like you could do more than just this bed runner. But if you don't want to, if you think I've got enough bed runners in my house, thank you, or you just don't like a bed runner, you can make so many other things with 7 meters of different kind of fabric.
Definitely, definitely. There's lots of lovely colours in there, and you could use it to make. There's enough in there to make a decent sized quilt.
Yes. You're supposed to take it off. Right, Timothy, the director, saying, what's the point of a bed runner? Well, it's to make it look nice, isn't it?
Yes, it's decorative.
You take it off before you get into bed, like with all the cushions.
You could leave it on and keep your feet warm at
No,
home.
he's saying his feet get too hot anyway. It's his excuse for having smelly feet. Your girlfriend told us how you've got smelly feet.
A little bit too much in for me. It's gone quiet now.
Yeah. He's a typical boy. He can't multitask. He can't listen and drink his tea at the same time. So this is the Au Naturel Bed Runner Kit that we're making here. £85.95. 7 meters of fabric. Well, no, that's what we're saying. You've got enough fabric here to do a full-sized quilt top, haven't you?
Yes, probably. Yeah, definitely. You know, there's plenty of fabric
there. 7 meters of fabric, of course you have. If you join it together with seam allowances, you're still going to have a big, because the fabric's going to be 42 inches wide.
Yeah.
So you can have an awful lot of 7 meters. A bed's not 7 meters. Oh no, it's 20 feet. 7 plus 28 feet long.
Yeah.
Easily, you could easily do a top. You won't be able to do the backing, I suppose, but you could easily do the binding and the topping, couldn't you?
Definitely. And what you've got with the kit is you've got enough to do the backing if you do the
on this one.
Bed runner.
So if you do this, you've got enough to do the backing. But I'm thinking if
you
did a double-sized bed quilt with using these fabrics, you wouldn't have enough to do the backing on or enough wadding in. Oh no, would you have enough wadding? Because there's a lot of wadding as well.
Yeah, there's
anyway,
2 pieces of wadding.
By.
So you've pressed that away. So this time
the seam
my
glasses get everywhere, don't I?
In the way.
Okay, so
So I've press the top and bottom strip to there.
All these instructions are in the booklet, yeah.
I'm just going to level this edge off, and I'm just using the line here to line it up with the seam, rather than the edge of the fabric. And I'm just going to rotary cut to just level that off, so that's a good starting point. And then I'm going to just switch it round so it's on my left-hand side.
This is now your straightened edge.
Yeah, straightened edge. So
And what size strip are you cutting?
1.5 inch wide. Yeah. So
Yeah.
1.5 inch wide strips. Yes. 1.5. Looking at the wrong bit. Looking at it upside down makes it difficult.
Oh yeah, do you want to turn it upside? It's fine, it's fine. Would you say it was
Yes, 1.5.
an intermediate project, or would it be good for a beginner?
I think it would be quite good for a beginner.
I mean, you could do it if you're intermediate as well, but you won't.
think
Might not be
for-
as challenging.
For someone, it's a good one to sort of improve your skill level because there's quite a bit of seam matching.
Yes.
So if you are, if you're not a beginner, it's a good one to practice your seam matching and stuff. So we're cutting these at 1.5, and you cut all the way down until you've got
Enough
12.
strip.
I think it needs to be.
Well, again, it depends. You see, as you say, we've made a bed runner, but instead of putting the borders on like you've done, that could be. Oh no, that would be a block, wouldn't it?
Yes, that's
that
the
would
block.
be your block because that looks like sashing or framing on there.
Yeah.
But do you know what I mean? Like, so if that was your block, you could make that as your block for your whole. So you don't need to make a table runner. You could make a whole quilt out of the block.
Yes.
So we're saying cut out 12 for this.
Yes.
But if you know that you want to do double that or 3 times that, then you just cut out the amount that you need.
Yeah. So these.
Well, you've joined us. This is Jayne. Jayne's new today. It's our
Hello.
second show she did this morning. What's the name of your shop again?
The Corner Patch.
In
Eccleshall in Staffordshire.
Eccleshall.
It's a lovely little...
Eccleston is near where I grew up. Eccleshall you are.
Yes.
And Eccleston's doing. I've had loads of emails in already in the first show today. We're inundated with people welcoming you to the show,
Oh, that's
which is
really lovely. So what I've done, I don't know if you can see here.
Well, make sure that we can see.
I can see. Because we've got the seam going one way at the top on the block and then the other way on the strip.
Yeah.
They sort of lock into each other.
Yeah.
You can see that. So you've got one seam going one way and one seam going the other way. And that locks them in. They lock together. You just put a pin against that seam.
Yeah.
And then, it worked.
Yes.
It matches up on the other end. This is where, you accurate cutting and you see accurate seam work because then you know it's going to fit.
Yes.
So that fits down there and you sew that on
Stitch it along.
either side.
Au naturel. That's little Paul, that is. Well, you wouldn't make yourself look like that, would you? Why, when did I say you were looking good? On air? You do look very well.
There we go.
Oh, yeah.
So once that's stitched down there, again, press it.
So you're like, you see, this is like, you're like a dressmaker because a dressmaker presses after every line of stitching they press.
So once you've done that, you'll sew the other side on.
Oh, you've already done one?
So here's one I made earlier. So you end up with it looking like that.
Okay. So we've done that middle section
That middle
there.
section. And
So
as
then
you
to
can
do
see,
the same thing again with this one then?
Yes. As you can see, because I've done that little thing with the seam going one way and one going the other, it matches up really nicely in the corners.
Yeah, brilliant.
So that's the aim. So it looks like that.
Now these, the Au Naturel and the Monochrome, I'm going to go with almost every colour. You've got, if your bedroom isn't Au Naturel or your bedroom isn't black and white, I mean, well, look really striking if it is black and white. Then we've got the pink as well, the really, really beautiful pink one as well.
I love that pink. Well, as you can tell, I like pink.
Yes. And I was going to say, oh no, I've got my pink sunglasses on, that's all.
So you're cutting, as per the instructions, this is now what in the instructions is the black print.
Okay, but does it say colour A, colour B, colour C, colour D, or have they put black?
I think, no, they've put down the fabric colour.
Okay, so you just have to, at the beginning, you have to make sure that
you might want to just make little annotations next to it on your pattern. It's your book, so you can write annotations.
Oh.
That's
2 words today, annotations and, what is it, sham?
Sham, yeah.
It's a sham, my whole life's a sham, but there you go.
So that you know where you are. And again, if you just label your pieces as you go, you could just put 1, 2 and 3 or A, B and C. You can write what you like on your book, can't you?
Yeah, it's your book, scribble it out. Yeah, but then don't scribble it out the first time in case you do a black and white one. then you do a pink and yellow one, and then you do a green and blue one.
So do it in pencil, then you can rub it out afterwards. So again, you're going to sew top and bottom along here.
Very 70s, these colours. Like my bedroom was all these colours in the 70s, like the chocolate, the sand, the biscuit, the ivory, the cream.
And then a big splash of orange.
The what?
A big splash of orange in the 70s.
Not when I was a teenage boy, no. All, but you would do now, yes. And then I went through my rebellious phase and had my whole room painted like navy blue.
Gosh.
All the walls navy blue, and they could never ever get rid of it. That's wallpaper over the top of it because it was just
impossible to cover with paint.
Can you imagine how depressing that would have been every single
So
wall?
dark, yeah.
Dark. But I suppose I was going through my dark phase then. Do you want to go through while Jayne's sewing that? Let's have a look at the booklet here.
There's some gorgeous patterns in there.
Oh, that's right.
There's some lovely patterns in there.
There's
some really nice ones.
Really lovely patterns in here. There's the one that Jayne's done. What? As Jayne said, there's plenty of fabric for you to make the cushion. You could, or you could make twice the amount. You could make twice the amount to make a duvet of it. That one's lovely. That's a stepping stone bed runner, that one. Again, I mean, all these different projects you could do. Look at that. That's beautiful, isn't it? Obviously, you could use our bundle for that as well, because obviously you'd use maybe in solid like this. It would look like this if you made it in our solids, wouldn't it? Really gorgeous. I'll be with you in a second, Jayne. A variable star runner, 8-point star wall hanging. You see, there's all these gorgeous little projects in here. Say that again. Picnic at the farmer's market wall hanging. Blimey. Oh, I see. Do you know why that one is? It's because they've got different, not animals, foods on each of the stars. That's why they called it that one. Look. Beautiful. That comes in the booklet. That comes in the booklet, remember. Right.
So
in the kit.
We've done the top and the bottom of that one.
Yeah.
And then, again, according to the pattern, you cut a long piece and the two thinner strips at the top and bottom.
Right.
And you cut those up, subcut them. 2.5, I think it is. Sorry.
That's right.
2 inch.
Okay. So, and these are the strips for the sides of it there. We're going to end up with lots of semi-made squares in the room next door, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Sorry, quite gone through there. There we go.
Remember, if you've got any questions for our new guest Jayne about her lessons in her shop or anything like that, just please get in touch. Anything about the fabrics, I'll go through them all properly with you in a second, because we did rush through them at the beginning of the show. In about 5 minutes, I'll go through.
So again.
Right.
We've got the seams going in the opposite directions. Just pop a pin in.
Have you got any teacher training, or do you just do it naturally?
I've not no formal training.
Okay.
When I first took over the shop, I didn't think I would be teaching, because I've got Chris Francis and Barbara Cheney that help me in the shop, and my friend Tracy, who's also a lovely teacher.
Right.
So I didn't think I would be teaching. And then as people came into the shop and started asking me about different things, I'd be showing them how to do it and explaining little bits and pieces. And Tracy said to me, you could teach, you could do this. So I started doing what we call our absolute beginner class.
Yeah.
And it's just carried on from there.
And do you enjoy it?
I love it.
I trained to be a teacher. My first degree is a teaching degree. And I loved teaching the kids. I hated the staff room. I hated everything else like that. But I loved the actual class and the passing on of information. I think it's lovely, isn't it?
And we do classes for children as well in the summer holidays. We have our Little Stitchers club, and we teach them how to use a sewing machine safely and make little projects.
You got good insurance?
Yes. Yes, I checked with my insurance company that I was all right to teach children, and they were.
Do they have to come with a parent, or they just have the kids there?
We can have the children there. Tracy and I teach it. We're both CRB checked, except it's not called CRB anymore, is it? It's something else.
No, I'm just thinking it'd be nice, because if their parents are there, you don't always see the personality of the child. Do you know what I mean? Whereas they can relax and be themselves in your classes.
And it's quite funny because they start off and they're all very quiet and they sit there quietly and they do everything you ask. And by the end of the 6 weeks, they're just like, I'll have that fabric, I'm going to do this one.
That's a bit like our guests here. They start off, like I said earlier, all demure and polite and everything. And then after a couple of weeks, that's it.
So it's lovely to see them grow and get confident using the machine. And because some of them don't do it in school anymore.
I asked that the other day because when I was at school, there was on Wednesday afternoons was like cookery, needlework, metalwork. You chose horse riding. You could choose which one, canoeing. You could choose which one you wanted to do.
Canoeing, that's quite nice. I wouldn't have minded going canoeing at school. That would have been good fun.
Isn't that funny? I wouldn't go canoeing because the first thing they made you do was capsize.
Oh, right.
And I was, I was quite rotund when I was little, and also I couldn't swim. So the thought of that absolutely terrifies me. Dear. I swim now, go to the gym. This last 3 days, I've been to the gym every day. I've been off. Go to the gym and then go for a swim afterwards.
I love swimming.
Oh, do you? Yeah. Chris next door neighbour loves swimming. I get bored because there's no music and you can't chat, can you? You just have to swim.
You're going to swim, yeah.
But it's good if you want to think something through.
Yes, it's very good for clearing your head. There we go. Just pull that bit of thread through there. Stop it going out. So that's the block, basically.
Right.
So when you've got all your blocks made, again, with that method of a long strip and 2 smaller strips, you make 7. Cut 7 of these at the wider there. I think these are.
Oh, but that's got a stripe on it. That's got the square on it.
A square on the top as well.
Let's go back one.
Go back one. This is, and they're cut at 2.5. They're 2.5 inches wide. And what you do, you've got 2.5-inch wide strips again of this latte. Did we call it?
A biscuit. It's called that one.
And you put strip on the top and the bottom of all the blocks.
Right.
And then you just put one of these
on
the side.
On this
one? On one side.
I've got it caught somewhere. There we go. Right, so on this one... Oh, sorry. So we've done what we've got here. Before, can I just move those?
Yes.
So that block there...
is up to the...
is up to the
black edge on here.
So what you're doing is you're adding...
These.
Oh, sorry.
Yes, yeah.
This and this, or that and that?
You put that one and that one on first.
Right.
It's a plain one.
Oh, so it's the same as doing it...
Yes.
Oh, of course, because you've got the triangles going that way. So you're doing exactly the same again to make it into an even bigger block almost, aren't you?
But you're only putting the sashing strip on one side of each block.
Oh, of course.
Because you only want one in between.
Okay. Before you do that, I'm going to go over to the fabrics.
Okay. Well, while you're doing that, I'll sew these on.
Yeah, don't do anything we haven't done yet. So only put them on that one, and do you put them on that one as well?
Yes, I will.
So do that one and that one, and I'll go do the fabric.
Okay.
Now, Au Naturel, which is the one we're using there first. Oh, hang on, I've got my glasses. There they are. Right, so I need my piece of paper because these changed just before we came on air, I'm afraid. So, here we go. So what you get is you're going to do the still first. There you go. You get the bundle. No, because that's when we do these. So what you do is you get the wadding, the booklet, and the thread, and you get 7 meters of fabric, right? So I'll take you through it, right? So you get ecru. Oh, this is ecru, not biscuit. Right, okay. So this is ecru. This you get 1/2 meter of the ecru. Then you get 1 meter of the chocolate. Oh, hang on, I won't open them. These are all slightly not quite right. Then you get spot on stone, which is this one. You get 1.5 meters of that. Then the linear texture in vanilla, you get 1/2 meter of that. Then the spot on sand, you get 1 meter of that. And then the spectrum biscuit, you get 2.5 meters of the biscuit. So in total, 7 meters of fabric, plus you get there's the still, plus you get the thread, the matching thread, plus you get the wadding, plus you get that lovely little, well, it's more than a booklet, isn't it? It's more like a little book, isn't it, really? Well, it'd be a booklet, I suppose. £85.95. Then the pink one will go here. So again, have a look in the kit form, first of all. There you go. So you get 7 metres of fabric, you get all that wadding, you get the booklet, and you get 2 pink threads for £92.95. So 7 metres of fabric, remember, 7 metres of fabric. Are you ready? So you get 1 metre of the baby pink spot on. You get half a metre, oh, this is lovely, of the linear in azalea. It's nice, isn't it, that one? Linear texture. Then you get the spot on raspberry. You get 1.5 metres of that. I love that one. 1.5 metres of that one you get. Then you get 0.5 metre of the magenta. Then you get 1 metre of the Joel Dewberry cumulus pattern, which is always popular, isn't it? You get 1 metre of that. Use that in a lot of projects. Very, very popular. And then last but not least, you get 2.5 metres of the baby pink in the Spectrum Solid. 7 metres in total. £92.95. Now you're thinking, oh, £92, John. 7 metres of fabric. 7 metres of fabric. And the booklet and the 2 reels of thread. It's all pre-cut. It's all ready for you. And now if you do buy 2 bundles, you get 2 separate bundles, as it were. Don't worry, Mike, don't worry. Last option, which is the one that Jayne's already made, which is the one on the stand at the back over there. So now this, you get 2.5 metres of the black Spectrum. You get 0.5 metre, I'll show you that, of the linear texture. You get monochrome squares on black background. You get 1 metre. The monochrome text on black background, which is this one, you get 0.5 metre. Then you get the Spectrum optical white. You get 1.5 metres of the optical white. Okay, and then last but not least, we get the monochrome squares. You get 1 metre of that. 1 metre of that. Now, the thing is, right, even if you weren't doing any of these projects, there's the kit, all of those monochrome fabrics would be absolutely brilliant, wouldn't they? Did you find them? I dropped both the pink threads on that one, so Amy might need to come and find them while I'm chatting over here.
So we've done the top and the bottom like we did on there. But this time we're just going to attach 1 strip to one side.
Oh, of course, yeah.
So not on both sides.
Oh, yes, because otherwise... Well, you could do it, I suppose, with them on... If you made this your block...
You could.
Oh, no, but then it'd be boring with that, wouldn't it?
But you could then put another
sash,
in there if you wanted.
Depends how big your block... if you're making it for a super king-size quilt...
You just keep going.
You'd make these as big as you possibly could.
Yeah, you could just keep going on.
But we're just doing 1 sash in between, aren't we?
So on the one
side... Why
is
it called a sash, to know?
I don't know whether it's got something to do with it because it looks like a sash window.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
I don't know if that's the reason why.
It's just
one of those words that you use, don't you?
You know why it's called a sash? Do let us know on the web chat. Thank you. Right.
Now, you see, I've made a little error here because I haven't...
Oh, have you?
Yeah, because I've got my seams going the same way.
Oh.
But it's not the end of the world, you just...
Would you repress it?
You could repress it if you wanted to.
Yeah.
If you wanted to, but if you feel confident enough, you can just pin it, line them up and pin it.
Right.
If you feel. See whether this one works. It's all gone very quiet.
You're very calm for your first lesson. I can see why I've come to lessons.
Shaking inside.
Are you really? Oh, still?
Yeah. No, I feel better now. After once I got the first one out of the way.
Were you nervous?
I was very... Well, you don't know what to expect the first time, do you?
No, but you didn't come across being nervous at all.
Oh, well, that's lovely. Thank you. But I've met you before, so it wasn't like...
And you still came back?
Well, you were all so lovely to me when I came for my screen test.
It won't last.
And it was really nice, and I loved it.
Oh. Timothy said he didn't meet you because he wasn't invited to your screen test. That's because Bex directs the screen test, doesn't she? And little Paul just goes home. Was he in the day you were in?
I don't think he was, no.
Was it Hannah with all the hair? Oh, you won't have met her, will you?
I can't remember who. It all went by in such a blur.
Oh, did it?
I was really nervous for that.
Well, you didn't look nervous that day either.
And I'd struggled to find myself here, and it was that lovely hot sunny day, the one sunny days that we had. And so I got here, and I was all in a
that's right.
hurry.
You didn't drive in that time, did you?
No, I came on the train, which was fantastic. It was lovely.
But
I got from the station, and of course it was just after that awful time in Manchester, and there were armed policemen everywhere. Oh, of course. And I got out of the station and went the wrong way.
But also that station, there's about eight exits.
Yes.
And people say, "Oh, I'll meet you at the exit." And you're like, well, "Which one?" Well,
I used to I lived in Birmingham for a little while because I was at college in Birmingham for a couple of years.
Right.
And I used to
changed since Victorian
times. Changed
so
much. Yeah. Changed so much. It's lovely, but of course I thought I knew where I was going.
Central Station's amazing, isn't it? When you think
fantastic.
What it used to be.
Yeah. Beautiful place.
I think it's brilliant. I'm talking about the Grand Central Station because it's got so many shops now, hasn't it?
Yes.
And restaurants upstairs.
Beautiful
really
place.
nice.
Loads of places to go and eat.
Yeah.
Gorgeous. I'm very lucky to have it just up the road from us.
Yeah. You've got nothing like that near Eccleshall then?
No, but we've got some beautiful eatery places in Eccleshall. It's a beautiful little country town, and it's all full of independent businesses.
Oh, nice. And yours is one of them?
And mine's one of them, yeah.
Are you in the high street?
Yes.
Are you?
There's a little arcade in the high street, and we're at the there's only 5 shops in the arcade, and we're in the bottom corner, hence the corner patch, you see. And we've got a lovely antique shop next to us, and opposite us is a gorgeous gallery.
And has it been was it always your plan to...
No, never. It was never in my plan. I'm actually hotel and catering trained. But it just, I love sewing. I've always loved crafting and things like that.
Yeah. And
the lady that had the shop before was giving up, and I was one of her customers. And she sent an email round, and it was actually my mum. She emailed Alison and said, "Oh, are you selling the business on?" And Alison had said, "Oh, well, I'll sell it to you if you like." And my mum said, "Oh, have you seen this email?"
Oh, so your mum made you buy it?
Well, she didn't make me. I mean, it was all my decision, but she encouraged me, because she does. She's very encouraging.
Oh.
She loves me.
And how long ago did you get it then?
Nearly 5 years now we've had it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Oh, brilliant. Right, OK, so this is the sash
that
we put in between the 2 blocks.
So we put it on just on the one side, on the right-hand side, and so then we join the blocks together.
Right.
But once you've got all of those 6 done, as per the instructions, you'll need to add one onto this side, because it needs to have one.
Oh, so once you've got to your final size, so we're saying 6 in this one.
Yes.
But if you
did 4 or 5,
whichever way round you do it, in this corner, you've got to put another sash
you need
on
to add
with the square.
That sashing strip on. So if I just do that.
Right, just...
You need to say hello to my mum, John, because she watches you, and she loves the sewing quarter, and she loves you. So just say hello, Kate.
Hello, Kate. Is that your mum, did you say?
Yes.
Little Paul was talking at the same time then.
Sorry.
We've had lots of messages asking if you can buy the book separately. You can, but there's less than 20 of them. If you want just the book, it's £9.95. If you want just the book, £9.95. So your mum watches regularly, does she?
She does, yes.
Oh, well, she'll be sitting home so proud now.
Oh, I hope so.
Does she work in the shop?
No. Oh. She does come to some of the lessons. She doesn't need to come to the lessons, because she probably knows more than most people that come to the lessons. Yeah. But she likes the company.
I'd make her work in the shop after she made you buy it.
Well, she works for herself. She runs a boarding kennel. She hasn't got time.
A boarding kennel?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So you do cats and dogs?
No, she just does dogs.
Oh, okay.
She just does dogs. She loves cats, but she just does dogs. She loves all animals, any animal.
It's family then, isn't it?
Yeah. So we're going to press that now.
So if you were to make this project, and this is going to be an almost impossible question, how long do you think it would take to make the whole bed runner? Right, not the whole big quilt, if you're going to make that bed runner.
No, just make that bed runner. I mean...
And finished it?
Yes. I made that yesterday.
Yes.
But obviously
you were working to a deadline.
Yes.
You were working full out, weren't
and
you?
I carried on working like into the, not quite midnight, but nearly.
Yes.
But again, a weekend project for a confident sewer.
But as Lucy says, she sometimes starts some projects, goes on to another one, comes back to that later on. Depends how quickly you want, I suppose.
Yeah.
Mind you, Christmas is less than 200 sleeps away.
Oh, is it?
You're doing your Christmas presents.
I love Christmas. Right.
Okay, so
we've got all those.
So we've now pretended that this
is. You've imagined you've got all your 6 blocks as per this pattern. So you've sewn that one on that
on the end
there, and then you sew your blocks together. So that one goes on to
there. I see. So that shares. We've got time to do it, but this one's got the 3 going in a row. This one shares the bottom one to go like that and like that.
Yeah, because I think if you did all the blocks like this, you could do all the blocks like this. You'd need to cut more fabric, obviously. Yeah. But you could do them all like that. And
but there again, you still need that.
You'd have that there, but you could put another colour in between if you wanted to.
Oh,
and
no,
that would make it
quite like, I quite like this.
That's nice because it makes that design through there. So,
It kind of early 1930s, isn't it? The geometric sort of
a bit
print.
Art Deco, is it?
Yeah. Art Deco. Only because I did the costumes. One of my very, very first jobs was I did the costumes for Poirot, the television programme.
Oh, lovely.
And that was set in 1936.
Oh, I bet you had lovely fun getting all the props.
I did have a lovely time. It's hard work. David Suchet, the series for ITV, Carnival Films. And Brian Eastman, who was the producer, was adamant that everything had to be spot on for 1936. Because you'd know, in the 30s, people wore clothes from the 20s and the teens, you know, because they didn't have such a disposable fashion income as we have now. So normally, if you did a period drama, you'd also include clothes from the past decade. But he didn't want that. He wanted it to be like a fashion plate from 1936. So all the props had to be spot on 1936. The fashion all had to be spot on 1936. So it was great a job to do at the beginning because they were so fastidious and really, really diligent about, you know, like nothing out of the fashion range or anything, you know, even to like the vases, the flowers and everything like that, the props department. And it was fantastic training.
So did you have to sort of research the history of everything to find...
Yes, well, before that, I did series 3 and 4, I think it was. They'd already done Poirot 1 and 2, and I was working at a costume hire company and a production company then. So I got to know them, and we made all the stuff for Poirot and all the stuff for Captain Hastings and things like that. Yeah. So you had to do all your research and everything. So that's really nice. So that's 2 blocks sewn together. Yeah. Now, what would you do? Like, let's pretend all 6 of these are together. What would be the next stage?
The next stage is to put the borders on. So you'd have...
Have you got any borders? Have you got any borders cut?
I haven't actually.
Okay, not to worry.
I just thought we'd only have time to demonstrate the blocks. I could have done. But if you can see, you've got a very narrow...
Let's take it off and we'll show it on the desk. Now remember, no matter how many items, if you already bought something today and you suddenly want one of these bundles, remember you only pay one postage packaging of £2.95 for the whole day. 7 meters you get in this bundle. 7 meters. This is the monochrome one here. So let's go through it from this stage. So as you can see, this is the monochrome version. This is the au naturel version next to it. That's the monochrome version, $86.95. Monochrome is most popular so far. So that's that one. And then we went to the next stage, which was adding the next board. There we go, that's it.
That's that, and then you'd add...
So it went from that to that to that.
Those ones on.
Just building the blocks up as you go. So then if we've got all 6 together, which we've got 2 of them here. Yeah. So that now goes there.
So you then add quite a narrow border.
Yes. It tells you all of this in the book, though,
yes,
doesn't it?
It does.
Half the stock of the book is gone, by the way, just so you know.
It's cut at 1 inch.
Yes.
So it ends up like half an inch showing. So, and then another border on after that.
And now, how would you attach that? The same thing. Do one the size of that.
I attached the long sides first.
Oh, no, because obviously on a runner.
Yeah, you have to join your strips.
It's going to be a very long one, isn't it?
Yeah, you need to join your strips. Now you can join them edge to edge, but I've just gone for a 45-degree.
Right, which a lot of you lady quilters do.
I think it looks a little bit neater than a.
So you do this length. So if say this was our finished piece, this two here.
I would do the long sides.
You would do a narrow border down there and down there.
Yeah, and then go across the
But
top.
you don't cut those until you've stitched those on. Like you put those on first, then because you measure, because it's obviously not that long, it's going to be that long plus your two.
Plus the border,
So
yeah.
you do that border.
Yeah.
So it's really adding border upon border, because then
borders,
there's another wider border there.
Yeah, which goes on in. I always carry on in the same way. So if I put it doesn't matter which way around you do it, but if I put my sides on first, then I always put my sides on first.
Yes.
And then put the top ones on. But if you put your tops on first, you can do the same.
Just depends whichever way around you do it. It's
there's
not a rule.
There's no rule, no.
Okay, so then we've done that, and then is this again, this wide border around the edge, is that done exactly the same way
Exactly
again?
the same way, yeah.
Okay, so if we got to there, and then we've got to the binding, which we can actually show on this one, because it's sort of half done, isn't it? I know, I was putting that back there thinking it was the big one, but it's not. So then, the binding, you've done like, I'll just reach across you. Imagine this was, so you've stitched all your pieces together, because you know it's going to be a long
continuous piece.
And have you done the same thing that you did before? Have you done it like that?
Yes, folded it in half, wrong sides together, and you can see now on this one how you've got the raw edge of the two pieces of the raw edge there, and then you've got your 3 layers of your quilt. So 5 layers altogether, really. And
would you stitch that with a normal foot or with a walking foot?
No, I use the walking foot to do because you've got all that extra fabric. It's much easier with the walking foot. So 1/4 inch all the way around. Got my mitered.
Right. Let's put the blades in.
You can. It's not very easy to show here, but you carry on to 1/4 inch away from the edge and stop. Take the thread out and cut the thread.
Yeah.
And then if we imagine, we come across like that in the corner.
Yeah.
So we've stopped 1/4 inch away.
Yeah.
Take it out of the machine, cut the thread. Fold that up and away so that the edge of your quilt and your edge of your binding strip are level.
Right.
And then fold it back down.
Right.
But you just want it to be just a little bit, just a fraction proud of that, sort of the width of the fold, really, of that edge. And then you've got a crease here where the fold is. So if you start with your needle against that crease, 1/4 inch in against that crease. So basically what you're doing is you're sewing up to the fold.
Yes.
And starting again on the other side of the fold. So it's just the fold that's loose.
Yes.
So you get a flap like that. And then when you turn that over, it forms the mitered corner. And what I always say to my ladies is when you come onto the other side to fold it back over, you want to fold it in the opposite direction to the way it's folded on the front. So fold goes the opposite way.
Oh, okay.
Because if you fold it the same way, it looks like nostrils.
Oh, that's from ours. You won't be able to see that black on black. You won't see that at home, but.
And nobody wants a nosy quilt.
No. Oh.
And it reduces the bulk on the corners.
Jayne, it's so relaxing to watch your demonstration. Excellent teacher.
Oh, well, that's really lovely.
Marcia.
Thank you, Marcia.
And Marcia does a lot of work. Marcia does a lot of stitch work. Right, we've got 5 minutes till the end of the show, but I think we've come to the end, almost come to the end of it, haven't we, really?
I don't think there's anything. I mean, I just did very basic quilting because I was trying to get it finished, but in the book, she's done a lovely an all-over pattern, quilting pattern on it. You can see it. I don't know if you can see it, but it's like a feather pattern.
Oh, of course, she's quilted it. So what quilting did you do on yours then?
I've just done a very basic straight stitch around the inside square.
The book there, 995, yeah.
And then a straight stitch through those squares in the corners to give like a triangular effect.
And then it's come through onto the other side there as well. Don't worry.
It's very messy on the other side because it was
don't worry.
covered in
It's
dog
not
hairs.
finished. And then you've got straight pins here. There's only 7 of the books left, by the way. Only 7 of the books left if you're buying the books on their own, not in the bundles. Let's just go through the different projects you could have done with this with fabric in the book then. Because this is the monochrome, remember. I'll go through all the fabrics before the end of the show, don't forget. This is the most popular one, the monochrome, and I'm not surprised. It's very dramatic, isn't it? And as I say, you said earlier, you've kept everything the same apart from your centre.
Yes, I alternated
centre squares. You've alternated them. So on this one, because there's a fabric that you haven't used, isn't there?
There's actually 2 fabrics in here because again, the bundle that you get more than you actually need.
Oh, okay.
Because there's only 4 colours in that monochrome
pattern.
pattern.
Oh, right. So let's go. So these are the 4 colours.
Yes.
Or these are the 4
I chose those
that you
4
chose.
colours, yeah.
But in the bundle,
You've
you
got
also
another-
get 2
those
more
2.
lots of fabric. You get the sand, and you get the ecru. No, hang on, that's that one. Is that one? No,
No,
that's
that's
not
the linear, that one.
That's the linear one. So you also get these 2 extra pieces of fabric that Jayne hasn't actually used in here. So if you wanted to, you could do the spot-on fabric in the stone and the spot-on fabric in the sand, and alternate them.
It looks really quite nice.
Oh, it's nice, yeah.
With that around it, and then the.
But what you can do as well is, mind you, it would look a bit odd, I suppose, if you suddenly made one of these. I was going to say, you could make, if you kept that as it is, you could make that spot.
Yeah, you could. You can change it around. There's plenty of fabric in the pack to change it.
Well, 7 metres worth of fabric.
Yeah.
7 metres of fabric for £86.95. So, well, actually, on that take off that £86.95. How much was that book? A tenner? So that takes it down to £76.95. Then you've got the 2 reels of thread. So for 7 metres of fabric, you're getting an absolute brilliant buy.
You get the wadding as well, don't you?
Oh, and you get the wadding, and you get the wadding, you get 2 layers of wadding. I'm going to go through the things now. Thank you ever so much. You've done so brilliantly for your first.
Thank you.
I'm shame you're not in on Monday, but we'll see you again very, very soon, no doubt. Jayne will be back. You say you've got dates in July and August.
Yes, I have. Yes.
Which is more than little Paul and I have got, so that's good. So and Richard as well. So I'm going to. Oh, not Richard. No, that was wishful thinking. So we'll leave you to pack away while I go and look at all the different fabrics
Lovely.
over here.
Thank
well
you.
done, Jayne. You've done
Thank you very
brilliantly.
much.
Absolutely brilliantly. Let me take the book. Right. So the 3 bundles you've got here. This is the monochrome one, which is the most popular one so far. So you get 7 metres of. Well, look at that. You get 2 packs of the wadding. I'll go through the wadding in a sec to see why. Okay, so you got 2 bags of the wadding. Let me have a look at the size of the wadding. I wonder why they've given you 2 bags. I'm presuming you'd have to join them, will you, then, the wadding? Oh, yeah, Jayne's nodding. So the baby size, 45 by 60. So you get 2 of those. So you get 90 by 120 inches in total of the wadding. You get the 7 metres of fabric, you get the booklet, and you get the 2 threads. So in the black and white one here, in the monochrome one here, you get the squares on black, you get the script on black, you get the monochrome squares on white, you get the, you don't see a close-up of that one, optical white, you get the linear in heron, and then you also get the big bundle of the 7 metres in total, right? That's a lot of fabric, plus the threads, plus the book, plus the wadding. Oh, actually, when I did that sum of taking off the book and taking off, I didn't take the wadding off, did I? Didn't take the wadding off. And the book. Right, now Au Naturel comes next. There's the still. So again, you get the 2 packs of wadding, you get the booklet, you get the thread, and then you get the fabric. So you get the big bundle of the biscuit there. You get the sand spot on, which we didn't use in that one. You get the linear in vanilla. You get the spot on in stone. You get the chocolate. And you also get the biscuit. No, I've done biscuit. This is the ecru. All of that, plus the thread, plus the wadding, plus the booklet for £85 and 95 pence. And then the last one, the designer bundle, Joel Dewberry fabric. So, there's the kit. So I'll just... Right, okay. So this is the Joel Dewberry Cumulus Fuchsia Bed Runner Kit. So what you get in there, now I'll remember some of these. You get the raspberry spot on. You get the raspberry spot on. You get the azalea linear print. You get the baby pink spot on. You get the magenta. Then you get the cumulus in pink. And you also get, is this baby pink, this one? You get baby pink there, plus the thread, plus the wadding, plus the book for £92 and 95 pence. Now, before I go, I've got a couple of pictures to show you. Shall I finish off here? Yeah, I'll finish off here. Ooh. All right, the first picture. Oh, Naomi, this was the hexagons that we did earlier. This is beautiful. Oh, Naomi, I love that. That's fantastic. So that's Naomi's quilt. And the next one I've got is from Mallory. Oh, my word, that's dramatic. Look at that. Oh, that's lovely, Mallory, that one. That's somebody very musical in your family. Look at the Hexies in the middle with musical instruments and music writing and music notes. What's the one in the middle, like the the kind of beige. Oh, sheet music in beige, yeah. And then you've got the music instrument, and then look all around the edges. You've got the piano as the border. That's brilliant. Now, if you're after hexagon, we had Kaffe earlier. Now, I haven't got them out to show you. That one's Sunshine. That's Sunshine, right? That's the Kaffe Sunshine. They're 12 centimetres, 4.75 inches in size, 42 pieces for £20.95. Now, lots of you got that in your basket. Please, please, please make sure you check. I just need to explain something to you, the way our basket system works, right? We don't ever take something. There are some companies who, if everything's, say we had 100 of them and all 100 are in baskets, and then somebody rang up on the phone, they wouldn't take one out of somebody's basket. But what they do is if there are 100 of them and there are 110 people with it in their basket, only the first 100 will get it when they check out. The last 10. So putting it in your basket doesn't necessarily mean you've got it. So the Sunshine is the red one, the $20.95. The next one is Shade, which is the greeny blue one, which is very, very popular. Lots of people in baskets. Right, there are more people got that in their basket than they've actually got it in real life, right? Very quickly, and then we had the Denyse Schmidt one, which had 75. Oh, that's a nice picture. 75 hexagons in there. $29.95 graphics coming in. $29.95. There you go. Free spirit. Again, the same size. $29.95. Right, don't go anywhere, because Lucy is up next. Oh, I've just seen the quilt. It's really lovely. Don't go anywhere. There's nobody counting me out, so I'll just say, be back here in 3 minutes from now. Join us on Facebook. Simply search for The Sewing Quarter and like our page for the latest news and more.
It's easy to buy the products you see on our shows. To buy any of the items featured on today's programmes, just head over to our website www.sewingquarter.com. Click on the video stream and you'll be taken to our watch page. Here you'll find the product that is on air right now at the top of the page. Beneath that, you'll find all the products demonstrated in this morning's shows. To add an item to your basket, simply log into your account or register with us. Then you can either check out or keep shopping. Remember, our flat rate delivery charge lets you shop all day and check out as many times as you like and only pay once for postage and packing. Only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78. Back by viewer demand, Jo Carter returns on Monday the 19th of June with her much-loved Panda Pop clamshell quilt. This unique mini quilt, complete with cheeky peeping pandas, is perfect for improving your technique and makes an incredible gift that'll last for generations. And what's more, Jo will be using some jaw-droppingly beautiful Fassett pre-cut fabrics for that extra helping of wow factor. You'll be amazed at what you can achieve with our nifty kit, containing everything you need to take your quilting skills to the next level. See how it's done on Monday the 19th of June, 8 AM, only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78. Did you know there are multiple ways you can contact us, even if it's just to ask a question? Our friendly team are always on standby. You can call our customer service team at 0800 112 4433, email us at help@sewingquarter.com, visit our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter @sewingquarter, and even message us through our website, and our presenters will answer your questions live on air. Tune in on Thursday, the 22nd of June, when talented dressmaker Jennifer Taylor will be dropping in to share with us her sewing secrets. Jennifer's debut book, Girl with a Sewing Machine, is packed with tips, guides, inspiration on all things sewing. Following a successful launch last month, Jennifer returns to give Sewing Quarter viewers an exclusive look at her favourite projects from the book and plenty of advice on how to get more from your sewing machine. We'll also be giving you the chance to get your hands on a signed copy. So join us and the Girl with the Sewing Machine for a fun-filled technique tuning hour on Thursday, the 22nd of June at 8 a.m. Only on Sewing Quarter, Freeview Channel 78.
Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. It's a bit early, isn't it? It's not till Sunday, is it? Oh, she's grabbing something from the air now. Lucy's back, and she's made this. Isn't it lovely? But before we go to Lucy, I've got 4 bundles to show you. And do you know what? I don't know how you're going to choose. They're the most beautiful, beautiful bundles. Come and have a look. Come and have a look. Now, what you get in a bundle, which one am I going to start with? Start with the one that Lucy's already made, shall we? Which is this one. It's up to you. Yep, one that she's already made, which is... I'll just go through them quickly now. It's this one here. No, it's this one. It's not that one, because hers hasn't got bright orange in it. It's this one. Yeah, definitely. Here we go. Oh, look at those colours. Aren't they beautiful? This is called the Bright Quilt Fabric Bundle, £46.95. So I'm presuming, as I've got no paperwork, 7 metres, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How much do we get of each one, please? Okay, we're just looking for you. Have a look at the fabrics and see the gorgeous colours. This is the one that Lucy's made hers out of, definitely. No, that's the next one along. That's the next one along. Right, so which one's this one called? Right, okay, that's Forest Fruits at the beginning there. You get 1 metre of that. You get 1 metre of jade. You get 1 metre of the lime. Where's the lime in there then? Oh, no, hang on, that's the wrong... That's not Bright Quilt, though. Oh, I'm ever so sorry, everybody at home. I'll sort it out now. This one's called Bright Spectrum. This one's called Bright Spectrum, this one, not Bright Quilt. Paul, so shall I go to the Bright Quilt then? I do apologise, we've had so many computer issues today. So, are we staying on that one? Okay. That is Bright Spectrum. That first one, that's what I'm saying, that first one you had the wrong graphics in for. That one that you had the graphics in for is this one. I'm ever so sorry. Right. So this is the Bright Quilt fabric. This is the Bright Quilt fabric. The first one was Bright Spectrum. This one is Bright Quilt. This is Forest Fruits here. Forest Fruits a metre. You get jade a metre. You get lime a metre. You get optical white 2 metres. No, 2 metres. And then you get the bright orange, you get 1 metre. And then the bright yellow, you get 1 metre. 7 metres in total. 7 metres in total. I do apologise. Then we'll move on to the designer one. This is the designer one here. And what you get in this one... This one's called the Dual Quilt Fabric Bundle, this one. So what you get here is you've got the Amy Butler Oh Dear. You've got 1 metre. It is Oh Dear today, isn't it? You get 1 metre of this. You get 1 metre of the Linear in Azalea. You get 1 metre of the Batik Rainforest. So we'll go through these in more detail for you later. You get 2 metres of the blue, dark blue. and you get 1 metre of the Amy Butler Rhythm. Beautiful, £75.95. And then last but not least, I've got the Au Naturel. There we go. Last but not least, we've got the Au Naturel here. And what you get in this one is obviously they're like in the last bundle. You get a metre of the ecru. You get a metre of the cappuccino. You get a metre of the chocolate. You get 2 metres of the latte. You get 1 metre of the biscuit. And you get 1 metre of the mocha in there. Aren't they lovely? I'll come back and do all those again later. Now, in that, you also get a thread as well. Look, £46.95, you get a thread in each of them. The book is separate, so I'll take that off. I'll take that off there, and we'll go over and see Lucy. Now.
Hello.
Oh, yes. Oh, sorry. Oh, where is it? I'll put it on the A-frame behind me in a second, yeah. This is gorgeous.
Yes. Lovely and bright.
It looks incredibly complicated.
The complicated bit is keeping track of the colours as you're going along.
Right.
There's an easy way to do it.
Okay.
And it's a little bit tricky piecing, but not once you've done one, you become really comfortable with it.
I can't see where one block is. Where's one block on that?
So one block is that square there.
Oh, okay, I've got it now. Because you need somewhere to rest your eye, don't you?
You do.
That's something I've learned today. Now, obviously, the 3 of them are very, very colourful. One is very, very natural, au naturel colours. Right, okay. Have a good look at that. Right, now the book this comes from, £12.95. It's a cute little book. I'll just whiz through it very quickly. It's lap and throw quilts. Obviously, now what you've done is you've just done a section of one of them,
Yeah, so
you?
I've just done a few blocks from the quilt. Yes.
Really beautiful projects in here. Say there are 12 projects in here. Looks like it's more than that. Spring baskets, modern. Oh, that's nice. There's some really, really beautiful projects in here, and all the templates and everything like that. The one we're doing is this one we're doing,
yes.
Woven Links. I'll keep my finger in there so I don't lose it. Garden Labyrinth.
That's a fun one as well.
Batik Square. We've got some batik fabric in one of our bundle. Oh, that's nice. Puzzle Hearts. So you could do a lot, can't you? Getting is it 7 metres in each bundle? 7 metres. That's yours. 7 metres in each bundle. Remember, if you've got any questions or comments for Lucy, just web chat them through. So where do we start? Because this looks, to me, this looks complicated.
No, it's not complicated at all. And actually, the way it's pieced together, I did a similar one when I did the Bright Hopes blocks. Doing that one. So the way it's pieced is very similar to that.
Right.
But what's clever about it is she's used rectangles to create the sort of frame around the square. So it gives it that sort of woven look, which is really nice.
Because, let me just show you the picture of it. If you were going to make a whole quilt out of it, if you look at, you can see more clearly how the fabric, how the pattern weaves through, because you've just done two lines of it, sort of thing. Whereas you can see, if you make a whole quilt of it, how it. Now, 7 metres, right, would do you the whole top cover, wouldn't it? If you're making a full bed quilt, 7 metres would make you enough to make a whole. Top.
Yeah, I think with the different sections we worked out, you'd easily get double of that.
Right.
But it just depends how you choose to use the
different colours. Now this is where we got a bit confused earlier. This is called Bright Spectrum, this one. This one's called the Bright Spectrum range. Right, okay, so let's get going.
Okay, so depending on which colours you're going to use, if you're going to use colours that are different from the ones that are in the book,
yes,
I would suggest that you make yourself a little guide.
Right.
And what's nice
or a brownie.
Or a brownie, yeah. Now this is a bit more advanced. We're on the guides now. So it's got this diagram here which shows you that that's the individual block that you're making.
Oh, sorry, I'll just move that. There you go.
So you can see that there, and so each piece is labelled with a letter.
Right.
So.
Oh, so what you could do.
And it's grouped together, so it's like C and G are the same colour, obviously H and D. So you can just do yourself a little key for whichever colour you're.
C and G have got different letters because they're different shapes.
Yes, because it's different shapes. Because one is a rectangle, one is a square.
So what you need to do is, if out of your fabrics you need to call C and G, one fabric.
Yes.
E and I, the other fabric. H and D, the other fabric. So as long as you've got your fabrics labelled up, you don't need to do the same colours that they've done.
Yes. And even I wrote myself, I was using similar colours, and I still wrote myself a little note, because it's just nice to refer back to, you know, to make sure that you're on track.
Yeah.
But the really nice thing is everything that you're cutting, you cut from strips.
Right.
And then you're cutting just squares and rectangles.
Yeah, it says that. Look,
so there's nothing complicated. There's no complicated cutting. It's not difficult. You don't need to cut anything at an angle.
Right.
So it's very, very simple. So that would be perfect for any level of quilting.
Brilliant. And there you can see there it says, cut them from strips, you know what I mean? Like this one here, red-orange tonal. Cut 3 6.5 by 42, 42 inches the width of your fabric, 6.5 strips, then subcut it into 32 F rectangles and things like that.
Yeah. So you just follow that guide.
Oh no, warning already, Lucy. On which
one?
One?
Sorry.
Neutral. There's only 3 left.
It's delicious. It's gorgeous.
Well, that's all the coffee
bundle.
cappuccino
Yeah, I love
colours.
all of that.
There it is.
Lovely.
There are only 3 of those left. There are only 3 left. Oh, 1 left now. There's 1 left now. The thing is, even if somebody's not going to make a quilt out of them, they're all brilliant blending
They're so
fabrics,
useful.
aren't they?
Yes.
100% cotton, remember, machine washable, 30 degrees.
For lots of projects, but this would equally be stunning in a new, you know, more neutral palette. It would
no, I'm
be
just saying, I bet you money that's gone so quickly because people will use all of those as blenders.
Yeah.
And also, the thing is, we love bright colours.
Yeah.
Not everybody's like us, are they?
No,
Some people want toned down shades and things like that, don't
the
they?
more sophisticated people than us.
What are you saying? What are you saying?
No, but I love
You put me in the same bag as you.
Oh, sorry. No, you're far above me.
Yes. How dare you?
I know, I'm very sorry. I love brown. I do love browns, and I think browns work well with brights as well. I don't think it has to necessarily be one or the other. You can mix them up.
Sometimes it's nice when you've got bright colours to blend it with a beige or a coffee or a latte rather than bright white or black, because I like them with black because black's like a black opal, so it makes the colours pop out. It does make
this would be stunning with some black.
With black, but there again, this would also be stunning if you use biscuit or latte and things like that.
And even the ones latte.
I get to Costa Rica. Oh, latte, please, barista latte.
Even the hexagons we had earlier would look lovely on one of those more neutral colours, wouldn't they? Because it would really make it.
Okay, you're going to do some sewing.
Okay, so I'm going to do some sewing. Well, first of all, I'm going to do.
Start it.
I know it's nice chatting, though, isn't it? About colours.
My
favourite thing.
No, I think it's fascinating what you're saying, but you know, the voices in my head are all just saying.
The powers that be are saying, get on with it. So everything is laid out really clearly in the book, step by step, and you've got different pictures, the different figures that show you how to lay everything out. But this is why I was saying it's important that you have a key, or you know which letter corresponds with which colour. Because at this point, you know, and you to be constantly checking, you know, it's just easy. If you've got a little guide, you can keep it there.
Where's your guide
and then just have a look. Well, no, I just know now because I've done a few. So
I'm
all right. And also, I've used. These are similar colours to the ones in here. So this one did have a red, but I've just used more of the orange because that's one of my favourite colours. So.
You know what? What time is it now? I can't say that. No, because
well, don't say it if you can't say.
When I worked at my last place, we had a lady in to tell colour psychologist.
Oh, yes.
To tell us what the different colours meant and if you're attracted to certain different colours, what it means and how you can be attracted to different colours on different days, depending on your mood and things like that. So orange.
I love that.
Yes.
I mean,
I'll tell you on the break what orange is.
But pink and orange, and I like pink and orange together as well. Oh. So I don't know what that means.
No, I wouldn't know that.
So because of the construction method, the first thing that we need to do is take the squares and we're drawing a line and we're going to stitch on that line.
Is that pencil back in stock, little Paul? We'll have a look.
Sorry if it's not.
It's the white one, yes, the white one.
It's a very good pencil.
Just check on the website. They're brilliant. We've got mechanical pencils doing yellow, pink, black, white, green.
Yeah, it's lovely because it doesn't drag the fabric. You know, it is a really lovely one
and
to
also,
work with.
Jennifer Mills likes it because it's such a fine line, and she does dressmaking, and for pattern making, it's ideal. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. So I've
drawn. Why have you drawn a triangle? Why have you drawn a line on that one?
Get into that.
Okay, do you have to draw a line on every green?
So you need to draw a line on all of the squares, because apart from the central one, because that one goes in the centre.
Right.
And then these go around it. So then you want to refer to your colour guide as to
Yes.
which you're matching up. Actually, firstly, you're putting the yellow ones on and they're all the same. What's really important is that you're checking the direction
Of the
that
line.
it's going, because that is crucial, particularly for this pattern.
Yes.
That obviously they're all going to be the same and going the same way. So you don't want it like that. You want it so it's going from that top corner inwards.
Okay. I've just been told the white pencil's out of stock at the moment.
Oh,
but
I'm
we will be getting
sorry.
more in. No, we'll get more in. Get more in. It's brilliant. Get it in one of the other colours.
So you just, so I'm just piecing that on all 4 of those rectangles, and I'm going to just be sewing.
Okay, so
On
we're
the
making
line.
one 9-inch block now, aren't we? That's what we're doing. One 9 by 9
Yes, I'm going
inch
to make
block.
one block.
Yes.
Yes.
9 by 9 inches.
Don't confuse me. Is that what it is? I can't remember.
It says there in the book right in front of you. That's how I know.
So I've just got my normal foot on, and I'm just going to, with this one, just take the stitch length down ever so slightly.
Right. And you're stitching on the line, are you?
I'm stitching on the line, and what I don't want to do, which is what I was about to do, is start from the corner, because that's where it eats up your fabric.
Yes.
So you want to start from the edge.
Did
So
you get that then?
even though I'm turning it upside down, I don't want to start on the corner.
Yes.
I want to start from the edge.
Yes.
And then what I can do, I'll move these over and I can just chain piece and go, no, I don't need those yet. Stop confusing me. So I can just chain piece and do all of these ones. So I reduced my stitch length a little bit, because on the normal setting on this machine, I think it's about a 2.4, and I like to piece using a stitch length of 2 for regular piecing.
I am listening. The
That's all
neutral
right.
sold out, that's all.
So I'm just checking each one to make sure I'm going in the right direction, and then I can just sew all of these. And so what's lovely is you can prepare all of the pieces, either if you're doing a runner or for your quilt, and just get each step done at each time. So rather than making each block individually, when I was doing the runner, I did every single square.
Yes.
You know, I do each step and I do all of the pieces at once, rather than making a block at a time, because it just makes it that much quicker.
Colours look gorgeous together, don't they?
They do.
7 metres of fabric, 46.95. That's brilliant, isn't it? Plus you get the thread as well. Plus you get the thread. Oh, sorry. Because you're getting all solids in this bundle, aren't you? You're getting all solids in this bundle.
So I did notice on this one, when I was cutting, I obviously wasn't paying enough attention, and I didn't quite cut the selvage off there. But what we're going to do now is cut away that piece.
Oh, okay. I'm going to use your rotary cutter to do that.
So I'm going to use the rotary cutter and the ruler.
Yeah.
So I'm lining up the ruler, 1/4 inch. This ruler has the yellow, the edge of the yellow is the 1/4 of an inch. So I just line that up with the sewn line.
Yeah.
And I'm just cutting away that triangle piece.
Do those triangles get used, or do they go into your scrap box?
So you can use them for something if you want to. I know sometimes when people are piecing, they'll do another row of stitching 1/2 inch away and then cut in between, so that that's already
a smaller square.
a small, like a half square triangle already sewn together.
But we're not.
So I'm not for today. So if you're going to do the whole quilt and you've got a lot of these, you can stack them up. I know. You can stack them up like that. You just need to be very careful. Well, you just need to be very careful that you've lined up your corners properly.
And you've got a sharp blade on your rotary cutter.
You've got a sharp blade. And even if you're going to do a few at a time, which, let's face it, if you're in a hurry, you might want to, if you're confident with it, I would just go just ever so slightly over the line of stitching, and that way you're not going to have any of your seams be too narrow. So it doesn't matter.
Away from the table while she cuts.
Thank you. It doesn't matter if they're a tiny bit bigger than 1/4 inch, but you don't want anything less than 1/4 inch.
So good to have Lucy back. We love her, and with you, John, it's just heaven. Thank you. That's Marcia.
Thank you, Marcia. That's lovely. I have to say as well, I did get a message from my father that I said hello to my nan earlier and she didn't hear. So can we say it loudly?
No. Lisa
I'm
says...
going to say it loudly. That's my nan. Wait. Hi, Nan.
What's her name?
Joan.
Joni Nan. Nanny Joan, I mean.
Nanny Joan.
Nanny Joan. Yeah, Joni Nan.
Thank you.
That sounds like a piece of bread, doesn't it, Joni Nan?
No, she had a big birthday at the beginning of June. She was 99.
99?
Yes.
Is she still sewing?
She won't like me saying that, but she can't see so well, but she's beautiful embroidery.
Oh, my
beautiful.
word. 99?
Yeah.
Because you're not far off that now, are you, really?
Thanks very much.
Lisa, could this be done as a 9 patch with 8 HSTs and 1 centre square? Half square triangles.
Yes.
Could this be done as a 9 patch with 8 half square triangles and 1 centre square?
Yes.
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 Yes, simple answer, Lisa, yes.
It will just be that you've got an extra seam line. So it's a bit more stitching and you'll have an extra. It won't be, you see where I've got that strip. I mean, I've quilted through it,
yes,
so I've made it a bit tricky to see actually, but that section there where it's the rectangles, you haven't got any line there piecing, whereas if you were to do it as a 9 patch, you'd have, obviously, there, wouldn't you?
Yes.
You'd have line there and there.
So it still look the same, wouldn't it?
It would ultimately would look the same, yes, and you just then need to be very careful of your placement. But yes, absolutely, you can do.
There you go, Lisa. You ask, we answer. Well, she answers.
So I'm just
My answer would have been no, you can't, but there you go. You're just going to do what?
Iron these. So could you please move out of the way, John?
Oh, hang on.
Thank you kindly.
Who's put this mat out?
What? Sorry.
It's the wrong way out.
Oh, right, sorry.
Did you put it out?
Well, yes.
Yeah, we'll do the bundles while you're ironing.
It's a new mat, see?
It's a brand new
everything's
mat.
changed since I've been away.
Yeah, we sell these, but we sold out.
Oh, shame.
Right.
That's lovely.
The neutral has sold out. The neutral has sold out. So now the one we're doing now, you doing the same one again that you've already done, or are you doing this one?
I'm doing the same one again.
Yeah. So that's this one, which is called the Bright Spectrum Quilt. This one here. So what you get on this one, I'm just have to read it because this has all changed since we came on air. So what you get is the deep orchid. You get 2 meters of deep orchid. The emerald green, you get 1 meter. The spearmint, you get 1 meter. The bright yellow, you get 1 meter. The pumpkin, you get 2 meters. Oh, and the Vienna orange, you get 1 meter. My word, they're gorgeous. 7 meters of fabric you got there. So how much is it? $46.95. And your thread there, and your thread. It's funny, isn't it? Because they've had to match the thread with just one of them. So how would you match a thread with all those? So they've matched it with the bottom one there. That's brilliant, isn't it? So that one is called the Bright Spectrum. Then the next one is called Bright. That's what confused little Paul, because and I'll just explain to you. This one that Lucy has made hers out of wasn't, when we came on essay, we didn't have it, but they've managed to put it together. She had to put it together so we can bring it to you, but that's what's thrown the whole thing. So this one's called Bright. Oh, hang on. Oh, that goes there, doesn't it? That's it. Yeah. No, because that was from the neutral one, that was all. Right, so this one is called the Bright. So what you get here is you get 1 meter of the forest fruits. Nice, isn't it? You get 1 meter, no, hang on, I'll say that again. Yeah, 1 meter of jade. You get 1 meter of lime. You get 2 meters of the optical white. You get 1 meter of the bright orange, cover that up as quick as you can, and then 1 meter of the bright yellow. The only reason we cover that up is because that glares on your telly. The white will glare on your telly. The bright yellow at the top there is bright yellow, and then you get the thread with that one. How much is that one? £46.95. Now, this one's a bit special because this has got designer fabrics in it, this one. So this is the designer of the bundles, really. They wanted to call it the John Scott bundle, apparently. Right. So this is the jewel bundle. So this is Amy Butler Oh Dear in coral. You get 1 meter of that. You get the linear texture fabric. You get 1 meter of that. That's in azalea. Now the batik The batik, you get 1 metre of the rainforest batik fabric. That's lovely, isn't it? Then you get the dark blue, 2 metres of that, 2 metres of the dark blue. Then you get the spot-on sunshine, 1 metre of that. And then this one, 1 metre of the Amy Butler rhythm stripe fabric. So that one, you're getting a real jewel bundle, aren't you? That one's £75.95 with the thread. Brilliant. Apparently, we've got a still of that for you to have a look at, for me to walk over. Oh, there, that's nice. That's a nice picture, isn't it? £75.95. And the book is for sale. Little booklet, Lap and Throw Quilts. Hello, Lucy, all right?
Yeah, I'm all right.
£12.95.
It's beautiful, that one. I think that's gorgeous.
The book or that quilt on the front?
That quilt on the front. And the book, but that quilt on the front. It's got a sort of 30s vibe to it.
Yeah, it has,
I really
isn't it?
like it. I love that sort
12
of style.
projects in there. 12 projects that are just the right size, ranging in skill levels from beginners to advanced. So you can grow with this little booklet. If you're a starter, you could grow with that book. Right, so, what have you done?
So I'm just arranging it. So I'm following the guide again, and now we're going to put the next corners
Can
on.
I just show? So I'll move it there. So they've still got lines drawn on them, right? So these are the 4 that Lucy's just done. She's just these.
So I've just pressed it. So I'd sewn down here, trimmed it to 1/4 of an inch, and then pressed it from the front over. Like
so you've now got a whole rectangle, but obviously you've got the triangular bit across there. Now Lucy's placing these. I'll let you do the way
yes,
you place
that's
them.
fine. So it's just so you're going in the same direction.
Yeah.
So it's not like if we were doing flying geese, we do it the opposite way so that we fold it back and have our goose. But we're going to be doing it that way, so it's in the same direction. So I'm just going to sew those just the same way, doing the chain piecing and not starting from the corner.
Yes.
Starting from the edge of the fabric, so it doesn't get eaten by your sewing machine.
About me. Do you do one as well? They're chatting about it.
I know, upstairs. I don't know.
Sorry, Lucy. Sorry, Lucy, and everybody at home. They're all saying how good it is to have you back, but they're all having a grumble about something else, and I can't quite figure out what they're grumbling about.
Well, so long as they're not grumbling about me, I'm not bothered.
Well, they always grumble about you, so there'll be nothing new there. Are you just in for today?
I'm just in for today. Yeah, I'll be back next week. I'm back next week.
What days are you doing next week, then?
Thursday and Friday.
Am I on Thursday and Friday next week? Don't know. I have to think now. 19.
I have to start syncing our calendars, won't we?
Oh, well, if Little Paul's off, then it'll be me. It will be me. It'll be me, won't it? Am I here,
well, because Paul's off.
Yeah?
Because Paul's off, you'll be here.
No, because Little Paul and I, because we have to mix and match.
Right.
I'm normally with producer Hannah, but then we mix and match sometimes, don't we? So I have Little Paul sometimes.
She's on a holiday, isn't she?
Oh, no, she's back now. She's done
Cuba,
she's done Spain, and she's done Bristol.
Brighton. I saw her in Brighton,
Oh, did you?
Well, no, I mean, I didn't go to Brighton. You know, social media, you feel like you're following people on their travels, don't you? Wasn't actually there. Although we used to holiday in Brighton as a child.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, lovely.
It's lovely Brighton, isn't it?
Such good
I
memories
told her to go
of
to this place. I kept saying, oh, this amazing place. And she went, yeah, I know that. Because she was a student there.
Oh, was
I didn't realise that. She was at university there, yeah.
So then again, I'm just doing the same thing. Cutting 1/4 inch away, and then I'll press those back. So then you've got
that's your. Use that, are you?
No, sorry. So that's your rectangle.
Yeah. You've heard about
there,
Jay?
So that makes the
you know, Jay
portion.
Floor
Yes,
Manager.
I have, I know.
Poor Jay Floor Manager slipped in his hat in his flat in the wet plate where he stays, and completely dislocated his shoulder. He's off for 2 weeks.
I miss him. That'll be like 2
Anyway,
months I've not
what
seen
you
him
don't
for.
know, and what Little Paul doesn't know, is on Saturday. No, what day are we on? I'm confused now. I've had 3 days off. So 2 days ago, he was near he and his girlfriend and his girlfriend's parents came to a very posh hotel near where I live, looking at wedding venues. No?
No.
I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you that. Jay will be sitting home watching now, going, "What you say?" But they're all there. It's not a surprise because Danny was there and Danny's parents were there.
Wow.
And then he said, "Is it easy for you to get to the wedding from there?" And I'm like, I'll be staying over. I'm not. You have to pay for a room so I can stay over and come to your wedding.
Oh, he's lovely, Jay.
I shan't tell you the name of the hotel.
No, somebody else might book it and ruin it.
Yeah? They haven't got a date yet. They haven't got a date because he's booking his holiday. Oh, what if the holiday in 2018 is going to correspond? He's going on a big holiday with it, you see. Poor old Jay. I'm talking about he's supposed to be sitting home like this with his sling on like this. Going, "Don't tell everybody my secrets. La." He's not Welsh now. That was my Scouse
accent was terrible.
I'm from there as well.
That was appalling.
I'm not very good at accents.
Clearly.
I'll shut up while you concentrate because you're obviously not. You have an issue concentrating.
No, I'm just laying it out as it will.
Yes.
Be. So you can see then how it's starting to form the pattern around the central
You've nearly finished. You're only halfway through the show.
So no, well it's a little bit. The piecing is a little bit tricky.
Okay.
So you have to do a partial seam, which is what we did when we did the Bright Hopes block.
Yes.
Because you obviously they don't just go together. It won't work. So it's not tricky, but it just takes a little bit of thought. So what we're going to do is sew a seam part way.
Yes.
And stop there, and then work around this way. So it is very different from how you would normally, you know, piece things together. So I'm going to sew a seam down here. I might go halfway or just below, but you want to give yourself room so that you can fold it when you... Yes, room to manoeuvre, exactly.
Go for it then.
So I'll put that one like that, and then I'll sew it from this side.
Oh, why is that?
And you can, because I can't sew it from... I have to.
Oh, because you're doing half.
Yes, because I'm doing half. So you can give yourself a little mark, which I would suggest either put a pin or a little mark, because you can't see where it is, and you forget. If you're anything like me, you'll forget and just carry on. So
I'm saying nothing.
Give yourself a little mark or put a pin in to remind yourself to stop.
Yeah.
And then I want to be on sewing with 1/4 inch. So you can use your 1/4 inch foot, or this machine has a setting so it changes to 1/4 inch.
Have you got an embroidery machine at home?
No, I just have this.
Oh, no, you have that, but we did an embroidery machine from Elna this week.
No, I don't have an embroidery
I got so excited.
Are you going to be embroidering all the things?
I've ordered mine.
Have you?
Yeah. Yeah.
What were you embroidering? I missed that.
Oh, it's brilliant. The trouble is, everything now is going to be monogrammed.
Yes. Oh, lovely. Yes. Well, that's got letters on. You can do letters on that,
this
but
is
not
proper
embroidery.
monogram.
Yeah.
All my towels and everything will be monogrammed.
Lovely.
Anyway, I was working out where to put it when I was wandering around my lounge. Shall I have it in this room or shall I have it here? I'm going to have it in my lounge.
Sewing room.
No, I'm going to have it by the telly.
Oh, are you?
So everyone can see it.
You can do what because I sew in my dining room. It's a corner of the dining room is where I sew. So I move everything onto the dining room table when nobody's there, and I put my laptop there, so I'll watch Sewing Quarter while I'm sewing away. So I've got quite a nice setup.
Noelle in Belfast.
Oh, Noelle,
love you two together. Great rapport. Welcome back, Lucy.
Oh, thank you.
That's nice.
Very nice. So there you can see. So I've just sewn up to there, and I did do a little back stitch where I stopped.
Yeah,
because
hang on.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So up to, sorry, I've got...
It's a bit messy, that, for you.
I know it is. Shall I just tidy it up?
That could be it now. That could have been the end of Lucy by doing it now.
I'll just get rid of those threads and then you can see it more easily. Oops.
No, what day is it? Yes, I'm in tomorrow. I'm in today and tomorrow, which is Saturday tomorrow. Then on Sunday, I'm doing a charity dance. I'm not dancing. It's a dance to raise money for...
Do you not do dancing?
I love dancing, but I have to be a bit drunk to do it.
Oh, right.
This is proper children's dancing, and they're raising money for... it's like a charity that sends very poorly children. It's like Make-A-Wish, but it's not Make-A-Wish. It's a Birmingham-based one, I think.
Oh,
so I'm doing that. I'm hosting that on Sunday, and then on Monday I'm back in here.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And you have to watch on Monday. It's going to be a very special show on Monday.
I don't even know what it is. I have to find out. So I don't actually press this
Yeah.
because you've got this bit here that you're going to deal with later. So I
Right.
just give it a little finger press on that side.
Oh, yes, because if you pressed it, you'd press it all the way down, wouldn't you?
Yes, and then I'm putting these two together. So don't worry too much about matching, you know, the points. It should just happen automatically using your 1/4 inch. But what I would suggest is when I was pressing, because I pressed from the front,
Yes.
and I've just pressed that over, all of the seams are going towards the corners.
Right.
So then when I'm putting these ones together, let me check my seam. Okay, so it's this one to this one. I can just butt these up against each other in the corner so that as that comes back, you're going to get a nice point on that one. And then I can just pin that in place.
Nora in Dorset's messaging. Hello, John and Lucy. Just received my sewing quarter order. So excited to start quilting. Lots of love, Nora.
Oh, lovely. Good. Glad to hear it, Nora. And then I'm going to put
Beverly,
pin at
I
the
love to watch sewing
bottom.
quarter while I'm sewing too. Great to see you back, Lucy.
Thank you. It is. It's lovely. It's like having company, and then you're sewing something while watching somebody sewing. It's lovely.
Aww.
It's really nice. So I've just.
So you hear all the things I say about you then, if you're watching.
Sometimes I do, and I laugh, or I go, "That you know that's not true." That's normally what I'm. I can't believe you said that. You know that's not true.
I don't tell fibs.
No, never. You thinking of what you've said
Anyway,
now?
you carry on sewing because I've got to go and do the bundles in a minute.
Carry on sewing.
You'll be all right. Let's just see the first one,
I'm
then
just
I'll go and
checking
do the
my
bundles.
corner. Yeah.
Well, I'll be 39 this year. Asking me how old I am. 39 this year.
Take that out.
Whilst Lucy's saying that, I'll just show you the bundles that we've got here. These are stunning, aren't they? I'm going to waft these out because this is a gorgeous designer bundle here. Amy Butler, that's Amy Butler Rhythm, that one. Sorry, say that again. Look at the colours. Look at the beautiful colours. I'll go through how much of each you get in a second. I just want you to see all the fantastic... That batik's lovely, isn't it? And then the juxtaposition of those pinks in there, and there's the Oh Dear fabric. Look at those, aren't they lovely? Right, now I'll tell you how much you get of each fabric. Normally I've learnt this, but as I just say, it all changed before we came on air. So, the Oh Dear fabric, this one, you get 1 metre of that. The linear texture in azalea, you get 1 metre of that. The rainforest batik fabric, you get 1 metre of that. The dark blue fabric here, you get 2 meters of that. The sunshine spot on, you get 1 meter of that. And then the rhythm, the little one in here, you get 1 meter of that too. Aren't they lovely? Are you going to show what's it? No? Oh no, I meant the upstairs camera, but not. Don't worry, don't worry. Don't worry. Okay, that's fine. I'll just fold up. Very designer, this one. This would look amazing, wouldn't it? Especially, you know what would be brilliant? If you look at that Amy Butler, look at this. Oh, the Amy Butler fabric here. Look at that. It's almost like repeating, isn't it, Lucy? Look, the design of the fabric. They were stitching all the lines going in different directions, everything. It'd be lovely, wouldn't it, that one? Anyway, and you get the thread as well. You get the thread as well for £75 and 95 pence. Now, which one do you want to go to first? Okay, so we'll go to the bright quilt first of all, which is not the one Lucy's doing. You get the... Oh, I'll put them out first. I'll do it like this. Ooh, I love these colours. Let me just put the white one under there. There, look at these gorgeous colours. There you go. Ooh. The thing is, you can get excited about... What's the matter with you?
It's a growling noise.
I love it. I love it. I used to love it when I used to go to Borovick's and all the shops in Berwick Street in Soho and choose all the fabrics. Okay, so what you get in this one is you get 1 metre of forest fruits, 1 metre of jade, 1 metre of the lime, 2 metres of the white, 1 metre of the bright orange, and 1 metre of the bright yellow. Okay, and let's move on. Let's move on. Right, then this one, which is the one that Lucy's using. This one is called Bright Spectrum. Bright Spectrum. And what you get in this one is you get 2 meters of the deep orchid, you get 1 meter of the emerald, you get 1 meter of the spearmint. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, where am I? Spearmint. You get 1 meter of the Vienna, which is the one at this end, the 1 meter of the bright yellow, and 1 meter of pumpkin there. Sorry, I'm just checking something. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Then you get different. I'll tell you what it is you get different amounts of the different ones. You get more in the white one in that mid one.
The one that you...
Oh, now, there's also some wadding. I've got waddings to say. What's the matter?
No, I was just going to say, the one that you get more of will either be what you can use for the background.
Yes.
Or what you can use for backing and binding if you're doing a smaller version of the quilt. I didn't have that. I think we were out of stock of the red. They didn't send me the red. But in this one, she does actually use the red and the orange. But, of course, it's a lovely bright.
Yeah. Now, I've got 3 lots of wadding here. Oh.
Good tower of wadding.
Tower of wadding. Hang on then. This is the... No, it won't balance, Paul. This one's the So Simple. Super soft wadding in pre-cut sizes. This is cotton in baby size. Cotton in baby size. So that means it's 114 by 152 centimetres. Haven't got it in inches on this one, I'm afraid. No, it's cotton. Just bringing you the graphics in now. Been one of those days, computer-wise, hasn't it? £18.95, 45 by 60 inches. Okay, that's that one. Then I've got this one, which is bamboo mix baby size, if you want the bamboo mix. Now, the bamboo mix makes it... oh, I've learnt all this as well. That's it, good for allergenics, yeah.
Hypoallergenic.
Hypoallergenic, yeah. So this is baby size bamboo mix, this one. £18.95. Oh, you can't hear little Paul. I was going to say, what's he saying that for? Maybe you should get one of these.
No, thank you. I'm
glad.
You'd
You'd be brilliant at one of these.
I'd be talking to myself constantly like you.
I'm not talking to myself.
No, I know. No, I know.
It's all part of the. It's all part of the
you
charm.
You are to us. You're talking to. It is, of course.
Show off.
You're
people,
so charming. Come on.
Come
Only
on.
joking.
This is queen size. This one.
Which I love. I think you get good value buying the biggest one you can afford to get.
Exactly.
And then you get more out of it and you can cut it down. It lasts you for lots of projects then, even if you're not making a queen size quilt. Oh, Paul, please don't.
They're reminding me of the last time we were together.
No, don't. It was so funny.
Anyway, this is queen size in bamboo. And how much is it? £38.95.
Right, come on, I need to get on with this,
she's
because
got to
otherwise
go
we're going to run out of time.
Sorry, everybody at home.
While you were doing the fabric, I've just gone and so I've pieced that one and I've pieced that one.
Yeah, because we're interested about this little flappy bit
here.
here.
So when I'm pressing with this, I've pressed towards the centre of the square. Yeah. So it just keeps everything neat, and it also means as you come to sew the next one, it's going in the right direction under your machine. If you make it, that will make sense. So I'm going to sew this one next. And just in the same way that I've sewn the other two, I'm going to match that corner piece. So I just feel with my fingers that they're butting up against each other. And then I'll do the bottom piece as well and just put a pin in that. Yeah. Now, when you're sewing this one, what you need to be careful of is that this just stays out of the way. So I'll just do this one quickly. Lots
of activity going on outside today with motorbikes and lorries.
Well, there were. I think last time I was here, there was some sort of quad bikes or something outside going up and down the road.
Oh yeah, they've been arrested by the police. Yeah.
I don't know if they're back. Well, maybe they got.
No, there was a thing in the newspaper, wasn't there, about all those.
Well, you shouldn't be having them on the road, should you?
No, well, you should have a helmet on, surely.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I've sewn down that one, and then I'd give that a press to the side.
We didn't have quad bikes in my day, just be quiet. They're going on and on about how it wouldn't have happened in my day.
Well, it wouldn't. They can be very dangerous though, can't they? There we go. So that's gone. That's okay.
Yeah.
So that's that final one.
Yeah.
And then all we do is just go back.
So why? I understand how it's made it easier, but why does it
Down
make
that
it
one.
easier to do that half a seam?
Well, you have to. There's no other way because they don't fit together. The pieces don't fit together otherwise because they're rectangles.
Yes,
do you see?
yes. Yeah.
So that's why. Excuse me, I've forgotten the lady that messaged in. Said about doing it as the half square.
Yes. Triangles.
Triangles, because you can do it in squares and then you avoid doing this partial seam.
Oh, I see.
See? Yeah.
So if you
then
did
it
it with
would
the
just,
half square triangles, you wouldn't need to do that half a seam.
and then it would be, it's very astute of her, she'd noticed. Yes, you wouldn't have that partial seam, you'd just do it like a 9-patch block. So, and the only difference really is the fact that you've got that seam.
Yes.
You'd have like the 2 extra seams in there.
She's got 10 minutes left, Luce.
Oh, I'm fine, that's it, I'm done.
No, you can't be done, we've got 10 minutes left.
No, see you later. So take, I only have 1 pin? Yes. So take that out and then, I've just skew whipped that a little bit.
No, that's because I put you off, wasn't it?
Never mind.
Do you want to unpick it?
It'll quilt out. It'll be fine. No, do you know what it was? It's that's folded back, look.
Yeah.
That's what happened. I caught it underneath. I wasn't paying attention. But you'll get the gist of it. That's all that matters. So you can see, so you don't have any seams there,
Yes.
whereas if you were doing it as a half square, you would have the
you'd have
seams
that
there,
line there, and then you'd have
and
one there, one there.
Yeah, exactly.
Erica,
so it just takes
I
that
don't
seam
quilt,
out.
but I find your shows fascinating. Busy sewing a
Flippy skirt.
flippy skirt. What's a flippy skirt?
Well, I'm guessing that it's one that you can flip about, which sounds delightful.
Swishy, that's a swishy skirt.
I like flippy. I'm going with you.
What does flippy mean then, Erica, my love?
I would imagine
Send us a
that's
picture
what
of your
it
flippy
is.
skirt.
Oh, yes. We love
Only if it's
pictures, don't we?
decent, Erica,
Oh.
only if it's decent. I'm
She's
finished.
not sewing an undecent
Well, no,
flippy
she might
skirt.
put it on for us. It might not be finished, might it?
Oh, well, yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So there we go. So
So
you
then
just
what happens-
repeat that
Right.
and put them together, and you can see. Can I take this off?
I know, a flippy skirt. Fashion guru, never heard of a flippy skirt.
So as
Oh,
you're
yeah,
putting
Google
them
it.
together, you can put that one. What's he doing? I don't know.
Where are you going,
Like
Liz?
that?
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah, because that's now... but that's
Oh,
different
I
to
did
that
it
one.
a different way. Yeah, I did it that way. Yeah, see, my husband and I did the thing where we played with the layout, and I said which way, and he liked it that way.
Well, apparently they're everywhere, flippy skirts.
Well, there you go. What is it?
All the high street stores. Mind you don't break that table, little Mike. What is it then, Paul? Describe it.
I think it would be
It
one that you...
angles out.
Oh, it angles
You mean like a
out.
handkerchief hem? He doesn't know now. He's
No,
lost
he
now.
doesn't know.
Erica, let me know. Does it have a handkerchief hem? Is
We'll
that
have to
funny?
look it up
Yeah,
afterwards,
they've looked
but-
up upstairs. That's why he knows.
Well, but he doesn't know. Anyway. So you just carry on, and you can see you really get that pattern,
Yeah,
showing
now-
through.
If you'd put the green, if you put the dark green there.
Yes, it would be like that.
Oh, hang on, no, not like that. It'd be like that, wouldn't it? Then
Yeah.
what you'd get more of a zigzaggy line, wouldn't
Yes,
you?
it would be like a zigzag, yes.
Yeah.
And then you get a different colour. And then if we just take a look at the pattern, you can see that in the construction, it's set with triangles.
Oh yes, yeah. Little. Oh look, L. How big's that triangle? Is it this big?
L and a K. No.
No. All right then.
No, because it's half of the... It's
Oh,
a
okay.
quarter of that, isn't it?
There.
No, it's of the block. It's half of the block.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, it's that big.
Because they're turned,
Yeah.
so you're doing it at an angle. So she's done it in rows
Right,
like that,
okay.
whereas I've changed it.
So
'cause I was just doing the
yours,
runner.
have you just done
The blocks, just literally
here
the
like
blocks.
this then? You've done that there.
Because these are on point. These have been set on point.
Oh, yes.
So they're turned like that. So that's why you need the setting triangles all the way around. And then she's put a border on the
And
quilt.
would you do those then the same? Oh, no, she's done it the same colour.
The blocks are the same. It's just...
Yeah, I'm just wondering what colour would... If you, out of the colours you've done, what colour would those triangles round the edge be?
Yellow. I've done it the same. The colours are the same. So can you see that it's got the squares there?
Yeah.
So that's that bit there.
Oh, I see, yeah.
And I just quilted in the square.
Yes.
To confuse everybody.
Me. Yeah, exactly.
No, I just thought it would be nice to pull out the motif of the square.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Sorry, Mike.
I quite like that colour, but then it wouldn't work if your square triangles were in that colour, would it?
No, but you could swap it round if you would rather have the background be a different colour. There's no reason you can't do it. And then also she's quilted it, if we look at that one, she's quilted it all swirly,
that
which
reminds
is
me of
really
something
nice.
my nan had. My nan had a continental quilt that was like that.
Oh, right, yes. So that's really nice because that gives it a different dimension as well. But I quite like the geometric. I didn't want to detract from the geometry of it.
No, I know what you mean, because I like that. Can you see what... Oh, yeah, there.
Yeah.
She's done that swirly... So will that be hand-free arm embroidery, would that be like?
Free motion quilting.
Yeah, that's it. That's the one I meant. Hang on, so what's the difference between free motion quilting and free arm embroidery? I don't know. It works there, but I quite like yours. I quite like to keep it... If the pattern's geometric, I'd like to keep the...
Yeah, so I just kept it simple, and I drew lines. I just used the ruler and I did it an inch away from the sort of central squares. So I lined it up. So I followed that line and marked an inch away, which
did you draw it on?
Falls into the centre, yes. So I drew on the line and then just quilted over it. And so I went in one direction and then did it in the other direction. And then I felt it needed something in...
One direction.
Oh. Do you know, I quite like Niall's new song, though, I have to say.
Oh, no, I preferred that. It's a sign of the times. That one. Who sang that one? I can't distinguish what that song was, John, I'm afraid. No. Anyway.
So I also thought it would be nice. I quite like tying quilts.
What does that mean?
You know, where you do a knot and you cut it so it has like little tufts.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, I really like that.
My cat would go crazy over those.
Yes, there'd be something for fun for the cat. So
we had a message from Mary.
Tie in all the sentences.
Is it an email or is it an email? Hello, John and Lucy. My favourite team, Mary says. She uses iron-on interfacing for her patches.
Yes.
And she's made a hand-sewn runner, and here it is. Oh, my word!
Oh, beautiful. So she doesn't use paper, she uses interfacing. Instead
and then you don't take it out.
And then you don't take it out.
Hang on a second. Are they Hexies then?
Yes.
Oh,
beautiful.
Is it made on lace then? Looks like lace, doesn't it? So it's just...
No, she's laid it on top of
It's a floral fabric.
It's on top of a blanket, isn't it?
Oh, wow. It's made of 2 old skirts, apparently.
Oh, that's lovely.
I think that's really nice.
Is it Mary?
Oh, here you go. A flippy
Mary.
skirt is a bias skirt with a ruffle at the bottom.
Oh. I'll have to look at it.
Okay, it's a 6-panel skirt with the bottom, what's that? Angled at the bottom so it swishes.
Oh,
that was what Erica said.
You can tell I'm not a dressmaker. I have no
am,
idea about
I'm
these
a fashion
things.
guru and I didn't know that, but I wouldn't have called it that maybe.
Yeah,
maybe I'm a bit out of time with
something
these youngsters.
That sounds lovely, though.
What?
Flippy skirt.
Flippy skirt.
Could do it with all different colours.
You see, you'd be brilliant at dressmaking.
Why do you say that?
Because you're just so precise and...
Yes, but I just like the flatness.
Yes, yeah, you don't want curved seams.
I don't really
and
want
things
to do
like that.
3D,
Also,
no. Although I do want to do... I happen to have just got a book of somebody that works here.
Yeah.
Jennifer's new book.
Oh, yes.
So I'm going to give it a go.
Yeah, make the fisherman's trousers. They're
I'm going to give it a go.
I've never seen... Oh, you have seen your trousers.
I want to do the dungaree dress.
Oh, yeah, that'd be nice.
I want
That'd
to
be
do
nice.
that.
Oh, with the pockets.
Yeah.
I was going to say something. The thing is about pattern cutting, you have to be able to look at a flat pattern and see it in 3D.
Yeah, I can't do that.
Right, so when are you back?
So I'm back on Thursday, next Thursday.
Thursday. I think it's with me. I'll double check in a minute. Oh, thank you. It's been lovely having you back. Right, great. Everyone's saying, oh, it's really great seeing Lucy upstairs. No, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
They went, oh, thank goodness that trial's over.
Oh, it's over.
But how long have I got? 'Cause I've got to do tomorrow's menu as well yet, haven't I? Oh, I've got plenty of time. Oh, I've got ages then. So which one would you like to do first, little Will? The one that Lucy's just done, which is this one on the end here. Oops, I'll just hold it up like this. Oh, no, that's fine. So there you go. Oh, Lucy, my glasses. Sorry, my love. This is called the Bright Spectrum. What you get 2 meters of the deep orchid, 1 meter of the emerald green, 1 meter of the spearmint, 1 meter of the Vienna orange, 1 meter of the bright yellow, and 1 meter of the pumpkin, and your thread for £46.95. That's the Bright Spectrum, right? Then this one here, is the Bright quilt, this one. So what you get in this one, ready, £46.95. What you get in this one is you get 1 meter of the forest fruits, you get 1 meter of the jade, you get 1 meter of the lime green, you get 2 meters of the optical white, you get 1 meter of the bright orange, and 1 meter of the bright yellow. Nice. I love those two. Do you know what I think? I think I'd buy both of those because I love them. I love the colours there. Right. And then last but not least is the designer bundle. The jewel colour, this one is called. I need to unravel this one a little bit for you. So, you get the Rhythm by Amy Butler. You get the gorgeous Spot On in Sunshine. You get the beautiful, I've got to make sure I get these names right, dark blue. You get the beautiful Azalea in the linear fabric. You get the Forest Batik. And then you also get the Oh Dear. I love those colours together. That would make the most exquisite quilt, wouldn't it? So the one that you get 2 meters of in that one is the dark blue. And 1 meter of all the others. Right, before we do the menu, you get the thread as well. Now, I've got to give you an update on the Kaffe Fassett Hexies. Oh, Sunshine, the red one, is still available. The price of this, it was brand new today. Brand spanking new today. 42 you get for £20.95. 42 of them for £20.95. And then the other one, I think is... Now, that one... there's more of those in baskets than there are available, so you need to check out your basket. You need to check out your basket for that one. There will be disappointment looming for some people by the end of the day. And we also had the Denyse Schmidt one, which was 75 hexagons for £29.95. Gorgeous, gorgeous colours there. There you go. They're all they're all the same size. They're all the same size. 12 centimetre, 4.75 inches. They are not just 4.7, 4.75 inches. That's all. The Kaffe ones are the same size. So £29.95. Now I am back in tomorrow. I've got producer Hannah with me tomorrow. This is tomorrow's menu. It'll be interesting. Oh look, Sewing Room Essentials at 8 o'clock. Then at 9 o'clock, we've got John's Fabulous Fabrics. Who am I on with tomorrow then? 10 o'clock, I've got the Craft Tote. And then 11 o'clock, I've got John's Fabulous Fabrics. There must be somebody in at 8 o'clock and 10 o'clock. Anyway, it's a surprise for you. What I must say, though, is you've got to watch on Monday. Very special show on Monday. Thanks ever so much for your company. Any problems, just call the call centre, 0800 112 4433. By all means, go to the web any time of day that you like. And I'm back tomorrow morning. I'm sorry today's been such a mix-up. Heads will roll, I'll tell you now, because I'm in a very bad mood about all of that. See you tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, though. Bye.
Did you know there are multiple ways you can contact us, even if it's just to ask a question? Our friendly team are always on standby. You can call our customer service team at 0800 112 4433, email us at help@sewingquarter.com, visit our Facebook page, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter @SewingQuarter, and even message us through our website, and our presenters will answer your questions live on air.